Good evening and welcome to 10th and Jackson for tonight's QND QHS soccer match on Talk Radio 930 WTAD and online at QuincyJournal.com. We thank you for joining us for the broadcast, and if you'd like to watch a television performance of it, you can log on to QuincyJournal.com, click the QJTV tab, and then boot up tonight's broadcast and have a first-hand look at the new field here on the campus of Notre Dame. I'm Sean Seacrease. We'd like to thank Bruce Terstege for producing back at the studio. And my partner, as always, he combines the speed of DeAndre Yedlin and the power of Josie Altidore. He is Mark Thomas. Good evening, buddy.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing excellently. You excited for another season?
Yeah, it should be a great game tonight. And, the Devils undefeated coming in, and Notre Dame 5-2. So should be a good one here again tonight.
We'll talk to both head coaches in just a second, but your impressions, both teams with 5 wins, just 6 or 7 games into the season. Talk to Greg Reese a little bit. You'll hear from him in just a second. He really thinks their schedule is one that's really going to test them from front to back this year. And, of course, we know Coach Longo always loads up for his Blue Devils.
Yeah, I think both teams do a great job of preparing themselves for the postseason. And Quincy High, they'll still have to go through Edwardsville like we talked about last year and years before. But, they're nationally ranked, and I think Notre Dame's looking forward to this competition.
We'll hear from both head coaches. Coming up next, we're starting our countdown to kickoff. It's the first of the 2-legged annual tradition, the home and home between Quincy Notre Dame and QHS Soccer, right here on Talk Radio 930 WTAD.
In the past, everyone came to you and you did business at your own kitchen table. This is Michael Libman, Financial Service Representative with MetLife in Quincy. I still make house calls, even with the internet and email. I feel it's important to really get to know you and your family's needs. Otherwise, how will I know what direction you need to take? Call me and I'll come sit with you at your kitchen table.
MetLife offers financial services and life insurance. Call Michael Lipman. He makes house calls.
A loved one passes on, and for a moment, time seems to stand still.
My husband was my whole world. We spent so much time together.
Making funeral arrangements is never easy. We can help you create a ceremony with sensitivity, compassion, and respect. Hanson Spear Funeral Home, celebrating a life well lived.
Joined by the head coach of the Raiders, Greg Reese. Coach, let's start off with the most obvious thing. We're playing at a beautiful new facility here this year. Talk about the transition to the new facility here at Notre Dame.
It's been huge for us already. With our tournament and the rain that we had that Friday night, if we would have had to play on that field, the field would have already been torn up. And we were fortunate enough for them to be able to get it done right before game time, and had 3 great games on it, and the boys love it. And we know we're going to have a consistent playing surface every time we come out here now, which is unbelievable compared to what we've been playing on out here. And, hopefully we can build some fan support. Obviously there's going to be a great crowd here tonight, but it's a place we can call home now.
As far as the team goes, you come off a run of really 4 solid games that tested your team early in the season.
Yeah, we're pretty pleased with where we're at right now. 5-2 and scoring quite a few goals, and really haven't given up more. I think we've only given up 4 goals all season. So Maine South had a nice team. Danville probably should have been a win realistically, but their keeper stood on his head and made several good saves, and then stopped a couple of penalty kicks in overtime. So I think the boys are playing well, and we're moving the ball around, and we're getting a lot of minutes for some younger guys who didn't really play a whole bunch last year, but they're starting to figure out where they're supposed to be in the system and how they're going to play.
An already stingy defense going from Little last year, the multi-year veteran starter, to breaking in Lucas Klein, a brand new keeper for you as a sophomore.
Yeah, I mean, Lucas has done well. He played a couple of games for us last year, so it's not like he's totally coming in with no experience, but it's been a big learning curve for him. He's done well. He's a great shot stopper. He's stuck on his line a little bit too much right now, and we're working on that in practice. And I think the sky's the limit for him. As he gets bigger and stronger and just physically matures, I think you're going to see another solid keeper here for the next 2 years.
With the numbers that your team has out, injuries are always a constant battle, it seems, for you. If one guy gets hurt, then it really kind of tests your depth more than other teams have to deal with. How's the health been on the team this season, and how are you projecting your depth as the season goes along?
Injury-wise, we've been pretty lucky, pretty fortunate. A couple of nicks here or there, but nobody's really missed any time. And if they have missed time, it's just been a half of a game or something, kind of more of a restrictive thing to keep them from hurting themselves worse. So injuries haven't been an issue right now, but we need to develop our bench a little bit more. I'd say right now we're about 14 guys that I feel really comfortable rotating in. We need to try to get that to 15 or 16. I think we've got the guys that are capable of doing it, but we just got to start picking off some minutes for them in game time. But, this next 2 weeks, we've got a pretty brutal sketch of games coming up, so that may not be the best time. So we'll see what happens. But the guys are in pretty good shape, and like you said, as long as we stay healthy, I think we should be able to compete with just about anybody.
That's Raider head coach Greg Reese. Coach, thanks for the time. We appreciate it. Go out and get a win tonight.
All right, thanks, Sean. Have a good one.
We'll have more. Sorry, I left you hanging on that one, Bruce. CAD by the head man for the Blue. We'll take it with Coach Longo, and we'll do it in 3, 2, 1. All right, so we'll do it in 3. Do this interview. Use on WTAD. Joined now by the head man for the Blue Devils, Coach Longo. Coach, still looking good after all these years.
Well, I'm trying. I know I only got a couple more left, so I'll try to stay that way as long as I can.
Your team this year, little trouble putting the ball in the back of the net to get things started. You're still winning, still 5-0-1, but we're used to Blue Devil teams that really punish the scoreboard. You said they just kind of haven't fallen your way yet.
Well, everything's clicking. There's no doubt that the way that we move the ball, the way that we talk, the way we communicate on the field is all right there. It's just we just haven't found the back of that net as many times as we wanted. And I know there's a lot of parity in soccer. I know teams have gotten better. Rock Island the other night was a better team than we've seen in the past. But I'm not concerned because, like I told the coaches, I said when we're getting that many shots, eventually something's going to click. So we're going to keep working at what we're doing. And if it continues where we can't, then we might make some changes. But right now we're pretty happy with what we're doing. And our ultimate goal is getting ready for that regional. And that's what we do each game is to try to correct our mistakes and then complement the good things that we do.
And your guys in the midfield are generating plenty of opportunities for you.
Yeah, I got two little good ones there. You'll see them tonight. They're pretty quick, pretty good with the ball. Riley Roth and J.D. Stone. They don't have a lot of goals. They don't have a lot of assists, but boy, they sure they connect like the old Jack McKenzie, Coach McKenzie. They're the links. They're the ones that link my defense to my offense, and they're two pretty special ones. They've done a very good job so far this year for us.
Should be an interesting year for the Blue Devils. You guys get a mix-up in the postseason we were just talking about. Instead of the old four-man regional, you've added some new blood.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We unfortunately we got the news yesterday. We're going to Edwardsville again. So we sort of knew that this would be the 8th year in a row that we've made the trip down south somewhere. So we know that there's some good teams down there, and we know that each game that we play, we go to Chaminade Saturday. Then next week we get Jeff City. Then we get Jacksonville. Then we get Cherry Creek, Colorado. We had a good schedule last year, but I think this year's schedule is going to be that much tougher, and hopefully that'll make us that much better.
Well, when you take a look at this team, what has worked for you early in the season? Your defense has been very good. You're 5-0-1 in games that you really haven't scored a whole lot of goals.
And, I tell the guys, it's about us. It's about what everybody does. It's not the forwards that have to score the goals. It's not the defense that has to shut the other team out. It's us working as a team. And when we're on cylinders and we move the ball, they're fun to watch. And we've got a lot of compliments over the summer and even earlier this year. And we've had some games where we haven't been as good as what we wanted to. And that's where we say it's not any one or two individuals. It's everybody, even the kids on the bench. Evan Kern is one of our bench captains since he got hurt this year, and his job is to keep the bench involved in the game as well. So it's a total team effort this year, and that's what we're focused on, that it's not any individual. It's us, and we're going to continue to be us.
Is this team deep enough for you to play the 19 to 23 men you like to play every game?
We're working on it, put it that way. We've got some kids that are really getting better at the JV level. I mean, we lose 13 seniors next year, and we continue to tell these kids in this JV game right here, there's a lot of openings next year, and what are you going to do to make yourself better? And they'll get some playing time, but I don't think we're as deep as we've been, but we're not afraid to put them in either.
That's the head coach of the Blue Devils, Coach Longo. Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck tonight.
Always good having you guys.
We'll have more as our countdown to kickoff continues on WTAD. Radio 930 WTAD, the home of the Quincy Notre Dame Raiders, for our match tonight between Quincy Notre Dame and Quincy High. Notre Dame comes into this one as the host, 5-2 on the season. It was back-to-back season opening wins against Hannibal and Galesburg, in which they rang up 10 goals in 2 games, Mark. After that, it was an overtime penalty kick loss to Danville, a 1-0 win over Maine South, traditionally a great program, a 2-0 loss to Jeff City out of Missouri, a win 3-2 over Rochester, and then they backed it up with a 4-1 win over Peoria Christian as the Raiders come in on a 2-match win streak. For the Blue Devils, they started out at the Glenbrook against Glenbrook North in the Midwest Classic. They won that one 1-0. Glenbrook North, always a very good program. Then you had the Midwest Classic continuing, with the 3-0 win over Helias, the 1-0 win over Columbia Rockbridge out of Missouri, and then they beat Belleville East, a powerhouse from down south, 2-1 at Flynn Stadium. Ty Alton, and then win to open the Western Big Six schedule earlier this week as they go to Rock Island and win 2-0. So these are 2 programs, Mark, that have really had things going their way early in the season.
Yeah, both of them playing well, and as Coach Reese said, Quincy Notre Dame's kind of got off to a quick start scoring goals, and Coach Longo talking about how they're struggling a little bit to score goals, but both teams have a lot of firepower with the Aubrey Reese, Cooper Reese, and then on Quincy High's side, J.D. Sohn and and also Riley Roth out of the midfield. But you really look at Hunter Hosher. He's probably the most dangerous up top, and Quincy High's had some potent goal scorers the last couple of years, and Hunter's one of those. Just hasn't scored as much as he would have liked so far, but has 2 goals. But once he gets on track, he's tough to stop.
Hunter Hosher and Chris Clay come in as the leading goal scorers for Quincy High. They each have 2 on the season. Quite a few more goals for Quincy Notre Dame, and they're being led with Aubrey Reese's 8 so far this season. We know the talented junior at 6 feet and 155 pounds can find the back of the net, but he's really started on fire this year after last year kind of didn't necessarily go his way.
Yeah, I think he, more aggressive, especially in the offensive third. His ability to take people on, and he's really become more of a finisher. Where previous years he's scored some goals and hit some nice shots from outside, but this year he's taken people on even at a better clip. And for the Notre Dame to win this game over a nationally ranked program like Quincy High, they're going to need Aubrey to have a great game.
And when maybe the greatest finisher that Quincy's ever produced calls you a great finisher, that's a great compliment. So we'll keep our eye on Reese this evening. You've mentioned twice now that the Blue Devils come into this nationally ranked. For people who aren't that deep into the soccer culture, there is a national high school ranking. Tell us about it.
Yeah, there is, and I think Quincy High at last look was in the 30s, and so they've moved up the ladder. And one of the ways to move up that ladder is to play the schedule they have, and not only
that's what gets you
not
noticed.
only locally and gets you noticed in these showcases and classics, and playing the Glenbrook North out of Chicago, which is always not only a good team in the state of Illinois but in the region, and then Rockbridge out of Columbia, and then Belleville East, and just a very good schedule. They're going to have more to come after this Quincy Notre Dame game here.
Yeah, this crosstown rivalry match, some would look down a schedule and say, well, but for these kids, this is their Super Bowl because these 2 programs don't play in the postseason anymore.
No, correct. And I mean, for years, it didn't matter who had the more talent on the paper. It's always been a good game, always been tight. Very few blowouts over the course of this series, and should be another good one tonight. It's a great night to play. I don't think there's not going to be heat factor or fatigue or anything like that, and I think that'll help both coaches in order to keep their starting 11 out there.
Speaking of upsets, I think it was the first year that you and I were working together. Coach Longo's Quincy High team was absolutely loaded. They came here. It was a wild game. I think Greg Gillenbacher had the only goal in that game, and that was a big upset for Notre Dame here at home. We'll see if the Raiders, who even though they're at home tonight, will be in the role of the underdog against this powerful Blue Devil squad. We'll have the kickoff for you and the introduction of the starting lineups coming up next. You're listening to our coverage of Quincy Notre Dame, Quincy High Soccer on Talk Radio 930 WTAD.
It's coming to Quincy, and it's a game changer. Fiber is the fastest technology available, and Adams is bringing fiber to the home. Nothing else compares to fiber, and Adams will be connecting Quincy neighborhoods to this lightning-fast internet and telephone service with no gimmick pricing and local service. Find out how your neighborhood can become a fiberhood. Just take the quick survey at followthefiber.net. Adams, the better and now faster way to connect.
Federated Insurance is a lot like the family businesses we help protect. For 105 years and counting, Federated has shared the common values that have served our clients well. Federated Insurance, it's our business to protect yours.
Call Tony Reese in Quincy at 223-4623.
Around here, people matter, and relationships are built on trust. That's the way it is at Town & Country Bank. Real people who like things simple, honest, and done right. And our roots are right here, so we're truly local. If you already do business with us, then you know how good banking can be. And if you're not, well, maybe you should. Town & Country Bank. You'll like how we do business.
Part of the HNB Bank family.
Your State Farm agent, Charles Schultz, can help get you to a better state. From cost to coverage, Charles can develop a plan just for you.
This is Charles Schultz. Call me at 224-6665 or drop by my office next to County Market at 48th and Broadway, and together we'll review your insurance needs.
Quincy High on Talk Radio 930, WTAD, and online at QJTV.com. Just surf over to QuincyJournal.com, click the QJTV tab, and you can watch tonight's television broadcast complete with Mark's interjections and my play-by-play, all online in one place. Mark Thomas with me this evening, and I'm Sean Seacrease. Mark, we've got a lot to talk about tonight. The new facility here at Notre Dame, a controversial new set of rules put in place by the IHSA before this season, and, of course, two brilliant teams that have already been assembled on the field here tonight. We'll have our national anthem and then a moment of silence as it is 9/11 today. We'll introduce you to the starting lineups following our national anthem and moment of silence here on Talk Radio 930 WTAD. We'll keep it here at 10th and Jackson for these pregame festivities. Ron Kinsherf, my former broadcast partner with Quincy Notre Dame, doing the PA work tonight.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Excellent work by those young women on a day in which it is more poignant than ever. I'm Sean Seacrease along with Mark Thomas. Thank you for joining us tonight. Mark, it's time to meet the starters and get down to the soccer between these two outstanding programs here this evening. First for visiting Quincy Senior High, 5-0-1 to start the year. It's going to be Tyler Gersh. No surprise, the senior in goal tonight. He'll have Ben Merrow in front of him along with DJ Sohn, Hunter Hosher, Riley Cameron, Riley Roth, and Seth Whitty. It'll be Devin Watson, Braden Noakes, Chris Clay, Blake and Brady Wingirter, and the 12th man who was introduced was Evan Curran. Curran's a senior forward who his ACL just didn't allow him to have the season that he wanted to be done for the year. So a tough stroke of bad luck for that young man, Evan Curran. We wish him well as he starts to for Quincy Notre Dame. 5-2 coming into this tonight. They'll start the sophomore Lucas Klein in goal. We'll talk about that coming up. He already has 4 shutouts. It'll be Jake Murphy, Evan Wiggs, Logan Fry, Cole Hayes, Aubrey Leach, Dylan Peters, Max Mansfield, Zach Malkamp, Cooper Reese, Jacob Becker, and Nathan Colbert, along with an impressive freshman that Coach Reese is high on in Mac Little. That's a name that's going to come off the bench. 5'8", 150 pounds. Doesn't sound that big as a freshman, but for soccer, that's great size at that age.
Yeah, no, he's he's from the Littles that have played. Zeke's playing college soccer now, and so he's been born and bred Notre Dame soccer, and so he's looking to have a good night here against the Devils.
Notre Dame will move left to right across the field here in the first half, while Quincy High will move right to left. Quincy High Blue Devils with the green numbers on their back, the royal blue jerseys and the white piping, and Notre Dame with the all white and the blue numbers on their back. Notre Dame starts with it, looks to the far side, trying an early cross way up top as they were looking to strike early, getting it to Reese and Peters, guys who are going to run up front all night.
Yeah, they're looking to get that ball to Aubrey and also Cooper, and those two are are very good tandem up front to do the damage for Notre Dame.
Working in the midfield, it's Wingirter for the Blue Devils. Gives it away. Now picked up by the Raiders in Reese. Reese, the leading goal scorer, with it on his left foot. Pokes it back just to the right of the center circle. Raiders taking their time with it in the center circle now. They'll bring it back to their sweeper. Straight away, the backs in the backfield there. Jake Murphy, Evan Riggs, Logan Fry, all working together to bring this one forward. Picked up by Reese in the center circle, now forward. And the Raiders just about give it away, but the Blue Devils can't hold on to it. Back to Reese in the middle. Reese looks off to his left, tries to find Cooper Reese, and that's taken away by the Blue Devils. Devils played square to the left. Up with Hunter Hosher. Hosher back to the midfield on the cross where he finds Watson. Watson can't keep a hold of it, and we're back to the white jerseys of Notre Dame. Notre Dame breaks with numbers, middle of the field. Reese on the left foot, low hard strike. Big save picked up by Tyler Gerst. Testing Gerst early, just 2 minutes into this one, and we see Gerst come up with a fine first save.
Yeah, that was Jacob Becker making that 15-yard run and on the left foot. Good save there from Tyler Gerst back to his left.
So a big save for the Blue Devils to get things going. Into the attacking third now for the Blue Devils, and nothing going for them. They just can't quite seem to pick their rhythm up to start this one tonight. They had to be honest defensively after the big early run by Notre Dame. And now we'll see if Coach Long of the Blue Devils can get something going offensively.
Yeah, both teams are trying to settle in, and Notre Dame's trying to have a little more possession. Both teams will want to keep possession of the ball, play to people's speed, especially on this new field turf, faster surface as we talked about in the past.
That Steele knocks it out for Notre Dame. Far side now for the Blue Devils, who are moving right to left. As the smoke from the sideline barbecue billows out across the 40-yard line. Plenty of great light here at this new facility. On the grounds where the former Cyber football field were, it's been completely redone and is now 100% field service. Also restructured the surround boundary, the fencing, and a brand new scoreboard that was due to go up today, but some construction delays have us without a scoreboard here tonight. So we'll keep you up to date on the time as it progresses here. I even started my stopwatch a minute late as I'm not used to having to keep time here in the booth. Breakaway for the Raiders if they could get there. No, tracking back to cut off that development. The Devils doing a great job coming to the near side. Devils play to the feet of Riley Roth. Riley Roth and DJ Sohn. These are two midfielders that Coach Longo really likes, Mark. Roth is a junior, Sohn is a sophomore, and they are a dynamic pair. We see Roth with it right up the gut, and the Raiders have to commit a foul and turn him back. Now, Roth's going to be called for the pull on the jerseys. It's going to be a kick here for Notre Dame. Sohn and Roth, so important.
Yeah, they're both two center midfielders and work very well in tandem together, and then try to get that ball up to Hunter Hosher and also Blake Wingirter, who has 3 assists. So they'll try to keep possession and link like Coach Longo said, the defenders into the forwards. So two very good midfielders to watch out, even though they're young, very good players.
Van Steele, the sophomore, has it at midfield, takes it square to the far side now for Notre Dame. Notre Dame tries to play it up along the sideline, getting there late and resetting it. The Raiders keep possession. Raiders with Reese want to drive it into the middle. He's looking for Cole Hayes. Hayes can't make the connection, and now the Blue Devils a chance to run 1-on-2. Good alert defending by this trio of backs for Notre Dame. A lot of times you'll see a diamond in the back, sort of a stopper, a sweeper, and 2 wing backs. But Notre Dame, sure, they get help from their defensive midfielders, but going with just those 3 men on the back line.
Yeah, Riggs and Murphy definitely, they're the veterans in the, from the past, and do a good job along with Logan Fry. And so far this year hasn't given us any goals. Really counterattacks out of the back to link up with forward for Notre Dame.
Now, I know that you didn't, from what I've talked to former teammates and coaches, never played a lick of defense in your life. So I will just go on the word of a man who did play a lot of defense, and that is Raider head coach Greg Reese. He said that the veterans have been the ones who have really helped his new sophomore goalkeeper and Lucas Klein to adapt. You heard Coach Reese in the pregame say Klein sometimes gets stuck on his line. Translate what that means.
Well, that means like when balls are played through, spots in that defense or balls played over the top of a goalkeeper has to read those and come off his line quickly and either clear the ball with his feet, or if he's in the box, make those saves and pick up the ball. And you can see him if you're watching on the streamline. he's out quite a bit into his box right now.
Yeah, the adjustment, of course, the graduated keepers equal to come out, take it outside the box, so the defenders can track back that much. Now they're having to retreat deeper into their own defensive area in order to help out young Lucas Klein. That's something that will develop as he goes along.
Plus on the fields are quicker when the ball's played through, so he has to come off his line quicker and read that.
Middle of the field, Riley Ross for the Blue Devils. These teams just in the middle of the field, really threatening. Now down the right side, Wingirter knocked out of bounds. And his throw-in is going to be for the Raiders. It'll be Zach Volkamp coming up with the throw deep in the defensive territory for Notre Dame. Far side sideline. Long throw in as he tries to hook up the break. Instead, it's going to be taken away by Ross. Ross looks inside. Now lays it off into the far side corner. The overlapping run on the touchback is to Ross. Ross lays it to the top of the 8-feet. Reach out to the cross by Stephen Reed. They take it away in the far side corner. Now the linesman has the flag up. That'll be a foul against Notre Dame. And so a dangerous free kick coming up here for Quincy High. Just outside the penalty box, far side, about 15 yards out.
Yeah, you'll see here Ben Merrill come up from his back. And that's what the Devils are looking for. If you remember Zach Ford years ago, he'd come up with and then also Hunter Hoser.
Left one top of the box, knotted up by Notre Dame. Now out of trouble. Sidewinding shot lit up from the outside by Whitty. Goes over the crossbars. He couldn't get it on frame.
Good effort there. Cleared by Aubrey, and then Quincy High had a volley there that he just hit over the top.
But those are hard, too. That was a sidewinder. He didn't have time to settle it. It's coming in on your side, and you just have to kind of make something out of that half.
Yeah, you just try to get over the ball and try to put it on the frame, maybe get a deflection or the goalkeeper screen there. If you can put that on the frame, you got a good chance of scoring.
Quick touch on the outside from Brady Wingirter as he's looking back to the middle. Streaking down the left side is Hunter Hozier, the 2-goal scorer early this season for the Blue Devils. Touch back outside now to on the right, wants to go across. In the middle. Quick touchdown as he looks at Wingirter, trying to hook up. Track far side. Stokes has it go out of bounds, and he'll have the throw in on the far sideline for the Blue Devils. No score as we're getting started here on Talk Radio 930 WTA. Just about 8.5 minutes into this game between Notre Dame, who comes in at 5-2, and Quincy Senior High 5-1. Deep throw in for the Blue Devils, far side sideline, left end of the field. Their offensive third looking to crack this scoreless tie here early. Headed out of danger by Notre Dame. Now knocked down to the box. Turning around, get on top of it. Ross off across the goal mouth, and nobody's there.
Yeah, great play there by Riley. Got a touch off a long throw in there, beat his guy, and then did what you're supposed to do. He hit that ball low and hard to the back post. Nobody running on, and he was shooting that ball, but he shot it to the right direction, low to the back post.
Up near side for the Raiders. Raiders get his lead feet off. Reese, the 8-goal scorer, tries to take on 2 men as he was playing give and go with Hayes, and the defense of the Blue Devils knocks it away from Hayes. Throw in right back onto the feet of the Raiders. Raiders with Murphy, the senior defensive back on the near side. Running in the middle is Logan Fry. Then on the far side is Evan Riggs. To the outside now, onto the feet of Volkamp. Volkamp looks up the left wing, nowhere to go. Ball's going to be knocked back, and picking it up is Riggs. Riggs going to come center to Fry. Fry under a bit of duress. He wants to play it up into the near side corner. Nobody runs onto it for the Raiders, and it's a giveaway to Quincy High. Devils play it down quickly on the near side. Now stolen back by Hayes. Hayes wants to play it square to the near side for Peters. Peters looking for a little bit of help up front for Hayes, and Hayes just gets pushed off the ball, but it goes out of bounds off of the Blue Devils. Who's getting the better run of play here early?
Well, I think Quincy High's had, one good chance with Roth there, and then, Notre Dame with Jacob Becker, and, Tyler made that big save for Quincy High, but pretty even. Quincy Notre Dame's probably had a little bit better possession early on, but both teams kind of feeling each other out.
Foul whistled on the far side. This will go against Notre Dame as well. Notre Dame's committed 2 fouls. We're just over 10 minutes in. We'll have 2 40-minute periods here, first half and second half. And then there is an agreement to go to overtime tonight, 2 10-minute periods. That would be golden goal situation, and there will not be a shootout, according to the coaches tonight. So we could play as many as 100 minutes here this evening, as these 2 clubs both looking for a win here in what's become quickly the middle part of the season. You're going to play about, I think the Raiders are playing 21 games this year. Blue Devils are right there, 21-22. So this is already game 7 or 8, so you're moving into that middle part of the season.
Yeah, and it goes quick, especially those first 6 or 7 games. Some of them are on the road, some of them are at home, and then you kind of settle in. Quincy High will settle into their conference schedule, and they won a couple nights ago. So this will be, I'm glad to see they're going to be playing overtime if needed. It's a beautiful night to play, and nice to see some golden goals and sudden death opportunities.
55 degrees at kickoff here at Notre Dame this evening. Clouds, of course. Seems like that's all we've had the last few days. Mark's going to break through and bring us sunshine.
I think we're supposed to have
another restart.
Flush.
Thank you. Watson puts the boot to it for the Blue Devils, and a nice save on a ball that could have pinballed around on him for the keeper, Lucas Klein, for Notre Dame.
Yeah, once again, Riley Roth getting in a good position. He reads those balls that are played in and got a header, though, just right at the keeper.
So a couple of early stops for each keeper, and each has settled in nicely. That's really a leg up if you're Klein, the sophomore, knowing that you have to keep up with Tyler Gerst, the senior, on the other end of the field.
Yeah, it is. I mean, being a sophomore coming into this game, I'm sure he, has some nerves and butterflies, but he's done a very good job early on.
Step over for Reese, Cooper Reese for the Raiders as he takes it, gets it middle of the field for Van Steele. Van Steele far side. He's got the back streaking up into the play, looking center, trying to pick up Hayes. And now the Raiders have to settle and regroup. In and out of the feet of Cooper Reese. Knocked down on the play is Sohn, and it's going to be a restart for the Blue Devils coming out of their own end. That relieves the pressure. And now we're going to have time stopped to take a look at one of the defensive backs for Quincy High who may have had some blood on him.
Right.
Have to get the indication from the on-field referee tonight because, again, the scoreboard not installed here at 10th and Jackson. So we're going to be really looking at the referee who's keeping the official time on his watch tonight.
Correct. And I think Ben Miro had some words for the referee, and they kind of wanted to have a talk. So Ben's a captain, and talk to him, and then we're back to action.
Sohn on the far side as we are scoreless. Now 12 and a half minutes into this one between Quincy Notre Dame and Quincy High. The wind just enough to move the stars and stripes on the west side of the pitch. Nothing out there to affect play.
No, not at all. It's just a perfect night to play.
Boy, you mentioned it. You've talked about this in seasons past. If you're a little bit chilly in the stands, the players love it on the field.
Oh, yeah. No, it's excellent. I mean, some of the weather we had in, when we went back to school and opened up preseason training camps and stuff like that, you definitely wouldn't want that tonight. But this is a great night to play.
Winggerter on the left wing for the Blue Devils. Plays it up the line, trying to hook up with the attacking Chris Clay. Clay, the other 2-goal scorer for the Blue Devils this season. We mentioned it in the pregame show. If you didn't get a chance to join us, the Blue Devils, who usually treat a scoreboard like you would treat a dartboard and just put any number they want on it, have had a little bit of trouble scoring this year. They've only combined for 7 goals really coming into this one.
Yeah, and I think, like Coach Longo said, I mean, they've had chances and opportunities. They just haven't put put some of the goals away. And on the other hand, Notre Dame's, scored quite a few goals. But part of that's goalkeepers they go up against. Plus, the teams they've played have been, very, very good teams, and you're not going to, get 4 or 5 goals on those teams.
Whitty out of the backfield, looks up front for Clay. Clay on a diagonal run, trying to find Hunter Hosher, and Hosher's going to run out of room on the far side after it was knocked away by Riggs. Quick throw in for the Blue Devils on the far sideline. Devils play it square. They're going to try to pick up the extra attacker here, bringing Watson forward. Watson, middle of the field, finds Roth. Roth had the big pass to the back post on the last sustained attack for the Blue Devils. This time he can't keep it at his feet, and it's back to Whitty. Whitty, the senior defender, he's the stopper. He'll play in front of the sweeper, and he'll move up to support that midfield line and try to cut off the attack before it really starts.
Yeah, Quincy High did a very good job there. Whitty went up, and you can see Watson just slide back in his position. So those two Watson's playing a defensive midfield here, and anytime Miro or, or watching, they go up, then they'll kind of interchange. So.
And in your Soccer 101 lectures that you give us, Mark, you talk about a team moving, not just position to position like that, but really up the field together and then back together to keep their spacing together. At the varsity level in high school is really the first time that you have enough talent everywhere to start to see that concept come together. College teams struggle with that. I watch premiership teams struggle with that concept sometimes. But really, Coach Longo's teams with the Blue Devils do that consistently, I think, better than other programs that I've been exposed to, as the Raiders clear it out of the box as a half a chance was about to develop for the Blue Devils. But they move well together.
Yeah, and in soccer we call it keeping your shape. Defensively, keeping your shape. Offensively, and that's not just the forwards or the midfielders, the defender. That's the entire team, up and down the field cohesively as a unit. So they do a very good job of keeping their shape. When they have the ball and when they lose possession.
Same thing happens on a basketball court. You get those defenders that are out of place, suddenly lanes open up, and with so much more acreage to cover, things open up on a soccer pitch, and that's when you see somebody in all alone. Blue Devils on the near side now, trying to put it onto the foot of Wingirter. Wingirter looking for help. Tracking back is Dylan Peters to help his defense for Notre Dame. To the near side, knocked away by Murphy of Notre Dame. It's going to be out of bounds just off the Blue Devils, and a throw-in coming for Dylan Peters. No score, as we're now about 17 minutes into this first half, 40 minutes to play. We are scoreless here at Notre Dame. Sean Seacrease, Bruce Terstegi producing back in the studios, and Mark Thomas alongside. I'd like to thank Alex, who's here from QuincyJournal.com, filming the game. You can watch tonight's broadcast and get Mark's commentary at QJTV. Just log on to QuincyJournal.com, click the QJTV tab, sit back, grab your favorite soccer watching snack, a beverage, and you'll get everything you need, whether it's on your mobile device, your tablet. I learned this word this week with the the announcement for the iPhone 6 Plus, the phablet.
Oh, the phablet. Oh,
yes,
yeah.
laptop, whatever you have, or if you're like Mark, desktop. You can get it on anything and watch it at QuincyJournal.com. Middle of the field, neither team able to claim possession. I'd say we've been pretty close to 50-50 here.
Yeah, it's been, I think a good game throughout so far. I mean, both teams have had a couple chances early, and now they're trying to settle in, keep possession, and pick their spots when to go forward as a unit.
Scoreless, 17 and a half minutes into this 40-minute first half. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors who enable us to bring you this first half commercial-free on Talk Radio 930, WTAD, and on QuincyJournal.com. To the outside, Notre Dame tries to set it up on the right off the pass from Reese. Reese has help on that far side with Van Steele. Van Steele trying to get in on the corner, and it's knocked away by that great defending on the back line for the Blue Devils. They've got Ben Merrill back there. He's a captain, and he really helps them keep their shape at the back.
Yeah, he does a good job. You can see him communicating to his defenders and making sure people are marked up. Notre Dame's going to try a long throw-in. You can see Aubrey Reese go in there. Same thing with Cooper Reese. Cooper's by the near post. So they're going to try to throw this ball and maybe have either Aubrey or Cooper go out and flick this on and then have some runners in behind them.
Tyler Gerst, the goaltender for the Blue Devils. Long throw coming from the sideline. It's a longer throw than it used to be now with the wider field with the turf down. Top of the box, they look for Aubrey Reese. He never got to it for that flick on to the back post, as Mark was talking about, and tracking all the way back and setting it up for their sophomore goaltender, Lucas Klein, to swing it near side. It's the Raiders. Little stop, give and go. Oh, giveaway by Jake Murphy. Dangerous position. Laid off up front by Hosher. Trying to come back to the near side on the square ball, and the Raider defense regroups and knocks it away. That was a bad and dangerous giveaway on the near side by Murphy. Counterattack for the Raiders. Raiders right up the gut. Raiders onto the left foot of Little. This is the freshman we talked about, and he can't get it on frame.
Yeah, good defense there from Quincy High. Merrill coming across there and taking care of a Little. But a good through ball there from Cooper Reese to get Becker on going. And then Little just came off the bench there and picked up a free ball and had a half a chance.
Rolled on the pass to the near side, running right through the back of Aubrey Reese, the midfielder. I believe that was Whitty for the Blue Devils. No yellow card, and that's more important this year than it has been in the past. Blue Devils' first foul tonight. The IHSA, prior to this season, Mark, passing a new rule that says if a team accumulates as a team and coaching staff 25 or more yellow cards, you're not eligible for postseason play.
Wow, that is I hadn't heard that, and so that'll definitely
neither Coach
change the
Reese
game quite a bit.
nor Coach Longo very happy with that ruling. Here's a restart for Notre Dame. Looked at the back post, nobody there. Now on the second try, Notre Dame able to bring it down, spin in the box, move knocked away from Riggs, and to the outside, long shot teed up there, and that just won't find the backside with Cooper Reese. Cooper Reese tried that from about 35 yards away.
Yeah, Cooper trying to hit a volley there, couldn't get over it, and just skied one high over the top. But yeah, that yellow card rule, be interesting to see how teams adjust, also how the officials adjust. Do they let things go a little bit more, or do they keep it tight to the vest? Hopefully, both players, coaches, and officials will adjust to it, and it'll be a cleaner game and a safer game.
That's the new rule from the IHSA this year. If your team and coaching staff combined pick up 25 or more yellow cards in a season, you are no longer eligible to play in the postseason. You're like Notre Dame and Quincy High, who play 21, 22 games a year. I mean, you get one game where you get two, now you're in a bind.
Yeah, no, it does make you adjust your thoughts and that type of thing. Sometimes, you're not thinking of those things when you're playing in a game, but it definitely could have effect on things. But hopefully that'll be I don't know what the average number has been over the last few years for these teams going into this.
Hunter Hoscher's run down the right side. He is cut off by Notre Dame attacking the other way. Merrill has to get back on defense for the Blue Devils, and then it's a long volley from Notre Dame that's out of bounds far side. It'll be a restart here for the Blue Devils. We're 22 minutes into this opening 40. We are scoreless here at 10th and Jackson. Sean Seacrest along with Mark Thomas. Thank you for joining us tonight. The return engagement comes up in October. That'll be at Fling Stadium. More on that coming up later in the broadcast. And tomorrow night, it'll be football right here for Notre Dame. Tim Kinscherf will have the match from right where we're standing here in the press box. They'll start that one 7 o'clock tomorrow night here at 10th and Jackson on WTAD. Run down into the right side corner. It's Mac Little, the freshman for Notre Dame. Little works against two defenders. It's out of bounds, and this is going to set up the first corner kick for Notre Dame tonight. Corner kicks are a big opportunity in soccer, Mark.
No, anytime you have a set piece and you have that chance to drive a ball into the opponent's the box, it definitely is.
Left-footed in-swinger, top of the box. Knocked away by the defense. Half-volley shot, and that curls off net, off the right foot of Little. A little confident as a freshman.
Yeah, that's a good opportunity there. Just kind of slid off the outside of his foot for a goal kick. But, one thing with Tyler Gerst being back there, I mean, he's a tall keeper. He's very good in the air. So when you swing balls in, they either got to be driven or hooked in with some spin there. And so it's tough to put a ball, close to that goal mouth because he'll grab them pretty easily.
I know you always talked about liking to finish on the ground, meaning you're not going to lift that ball up. Tall keepers, I imagine, that's another extra angle you can take because they're so big. They might have trouble getting down on those balls.
Correct. I like to hit balls low. One, especially on this field turf, it's a lot quicker, and it'll get to places, corners, and that type of thing. Also, it gives your teammates an opportunity to still score. The one earlier with Riley Roth that he played across on the ground, one of his teammates would have read that he was shooting that ball and just got to a spot. He could have got an easy goal from 3 yards out. But I've always tried to hit balls low if possible.
You take one of the possible angles of missing out a play. You can only miss wide if it's low, not over the bar.
Yep.
Deep throw-in coming up for the Blue Devils as they throw it into the box for Notre Dame. Blue Devils can't quite get on the end of it. They got the flick on the header on the far side back. I believe that was a quick header from Roth, but nobody could find the other end of it. And so the Raiders knock it away, and we stay scoreless just about 25 minutes into this first half. Again, we've got the official time on a stopwatch here in the booth, but no scoreboard yet at 10th and Jackson. So the middleman, the referee, is the only one who knows for certain just how far we are into this first half, but probably about 15, 16 minutes to go here before the halftime break. Coming up at the half, We'll take a look at our first half statistics, get you updated with everything that's going on from around the world of sports with the Fox Sports Update, and get you set with our keys to the second half, courtesy of my partner here, Mark Thomas. Hey, thanks for taking the night off work to come.
No problem. Got to thank the wife and kids, and busy at work, that type of thing. But always great to come out and see the Raiders and Devils play.
I was so into planning the coverage and thinking about what we were going to do that I forgot to get a hold of Mark until 2 days ago. Break down the far side for the Raiders. Raiders trying to go 2-on-4. Great poke check that time by the last man back for Quincy High. It was a good job by Noakes and Watson to come back in support, but Merrow, the captain, just able to poke that away from Reese as he was charging one-on-one.
Yeah, Aubrey took it and made a good run and tried to go right at that defender and get on his right foot. And number 8, Seth Whitty, did a good job of poking that away. Good defensive stance there by him and the Quincy High defense.
Far side now, Blue Devils looking to break through. Blue Devils on the attack. Going to throw it into the far side corner, looking for Clay. Clay too far out in front of him, and this is going to be a goal kick coming up for Notre Dame. Notre Dame in the home whites, head to toe, moving left to right here in the first half. We are scoreless with Quincy High. Quincy High wearing the head to toe blue with the white piping and the gold numbers on their back. It's the first time I can remember them breaking this uniform out under Coach Longo.
Yeah, I've never seen the gold numbers, but I like the. I'm a big fan of all white, all blue, an entire, same color kit, they call it, or uniform.
Far side, Raiders trying to advance it up with Becker. Becker runs out of room. He's going to be knocked off the ball, says the linesman. And this will be a throw-in for Notre Dame, as Notre Dame's trying to pick up some time of possession here and set up some more attacking soccer.
Yeah, I think both teams, if they can get the ball wide to some players, and we haven't seen that much. A lot of it's been inside the football field, and if they can get some balls wide and get Hosher and get Aubrey Reese, get Cooper Reese, where they can beat some players along the flank and get some crosses, I think they might be better off.
If you see the field in your mind's eye, the football field, the soccer field is about 10 yards wider on each sideline than the soccer field is, and the goals are on the back edge of the end zones. So you've got that much more space, much more square yardage that has to be covered by 10 field men and then the one goalkeeper on each team. Far side throw-in coming up for Notre Dame. Notre Dame trying to break a scoreless tie as we are just about half an hour deep. Cross to the near side into the barbecue smoke along the near side sideline. Coach Reese likes those hot dogs. He had 2 right before we did the interview.
No, he's a good eater. I've known Greg for a long time. And
pass to the near side. It popped up, and it's just going to run out of room as the Raiders were trying to set up a counterattack down the near side wing. Goal kick for Tyler Gerst. Gerst, the senior. Yeah, he's already been impressive this season for the Blue Devils. Usually you get a lot of firepower to work with as a goalkeeper for the Blue Devils, but Gerst has had to really make some key saves in tighter games, and he's got a 308 minutes already in there, a goals against average of just .26, and he's already got a few shutouts to show for his efforts as well, as they were able to pick up shutout wins already over Glenbrook North, over Helias, over Rockbridge, over Rock Island. 4 shutouts to start the season.
Yeah, no, and his .26 goals against, and then tonight right off the bat, probably the first minute of the game, he's called on to make a great save. Yeah, dive into his left, and that was a good shot from Becker. So he's definitely up to the task and has had a good season so far.
Raiders on the run on the far side, looking for Reese, knocked away from him by Merrow, and it'll be another throw-in. Look for Reese in the corner again. He's going to be covered by Ben Merrow, the senior captain, on the back line. Reese goes down, and now it's going to be a late call against Reese. That'll be a throw-in just on the sideline. That wasn't a foul call, just Reese ran out of room and was looking to play it off Merrow for that throw-in deep, but he ended up taking it out of bounds himself. Throw in coming up for the Blue Devils. Blue Devils coming out of their own end. We're scoreless here at 10th and Jackson as a big crowd has really filed in, and the extraneous socializing has been done away with, and now everybody into this match.
Yeah, everybody for sure. Good crowd here, and Greg talked about that, Coach Reese. Now they have a home to play their games. You know, last year they're at North Campus, and then, you know, they've been out at, you know, Flynn East there by Flynn Stadium. They've been here on their own grass field when it's been good enough to play. And so to have a home field and hopefully, like you said, kind of can build a crowd, that type of thing is just an excellent venue.
Consistency, that's what they were looking for. On the near side, a reach and a grab. Getting away with that is Cole Hayes. He reached out and put a bear hug on Brady Wingirter. I don't hug my mom that tight when I see her. He really got away with one on the near side. Far side, the cross coming up from Volkamp. Volkamp looks up the line as the Raiders really trying to press their advantage down the flanks, or at least an advantage they think they have.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, both teams, you know, are trying to get the ball wider and get to some people in some better areas that way. Not a lot, you know, kind of we've lost a lot of possession here the last 5-10 minutes, you know, compared to the first 20 minutes where there's a little bit better flow to the game.
About 9 minutes to go in this scoreless first half. On Talk Radio 930, WTAD. Raiders pick the pocket of the Blue Devils at midfield, but can't do anything with it. It's back to Merrill, the central defender for the Blue Devils. Now he comes up, takes the opportunity away from Reese, but pops it up along the near side. He's going to find Wingirter, the senior defender. Wingirter's going to give it up to Hayes. Hayes down the right side, tries to step through, and Wingirter takes the body and sets up a counterattack the other way for the Devils onto the foot of Blake Wingirter. He turns and goes, trying to out-muscle Van Steele up the near side sideline. Now he's going to find Hosher. Hosher on a dangerous diagonal run outside of the foot, trying to curl it to the middle for the goal scorer. And no, he can't get it through. Hosher has to set it back to Riley Roth. Roth, Hosher, and Chris Clay, the two goal scorers for the Blue Devils. Clay was the one rumbling down the far side off the diagonal run by Hosher. Now Wingirter gets it back middle of the field. Turn around and take it the other way. Does Watson. Watson off the right foot. Long blast in, looking for a deflection. Cutting across the middle of the field, Wingirter. Wingirter. And it's going to be whistled against Notre Dame. I think that's going to be an inadvertent handball against Max Little.
Yep, Max Little handball, and got a good opportunity here from, you know, probably 25 yards out, and on this field turf, Hunter's going to look to probably hit this first time and try to bend one around the wall here.
Hosher and Noakes are going to stand over it. Hosher making every indication he's going to be the one to take it. About 25, 30 yards out. Four-man wall right now for Notre Dame, being backed up, now making a five-man wall. They need the bubble spray. Now Noakes. Hosher's going to run and join the group. Noakes on the right foot, curls it, but it's going to fly over the crossbar and safely out.
Yeah, that surprised me, actually. You know, Watson getting over that ball and Hunter not hitting it. So they talked about it. You could see Hunter go and let Watson hit that shot. But I like to see someone run over that ball and get a keeper leaning one way or the other than another person coming and cracking it. But you definitely want to put that ball on goal.
And that's what you see when you see sort of the dummy run over the ball. They're trying to get the keeper wrong-footed before the guy who will actually take the shot steps up and addresses it. On the counterattack, Raiders have it knocked out by the defense of Quincy High's Hunter Hosher on the near side, and a throw-in coming up for Notre Dame as they're going to pull Jake Murphy to the near side for this throw-in. Right at midfield, a substitute coming on for the Raiders. Raiders are going to get Mac Little, the young man, off the field, and it looks like Walkamp's going to be back on for him. Raiders back of the field, near dangerous slip by Riggs, regains his footing up the middle, and he tries to play it into the feet of Reese. Stolen away as the Blue Devils have it now. Hosher wants to come near side. Devils content to play some small ball with possession middle of the field. Coming in late to knock it, Dylan Peters. And now the Raiders have it. Raiders with Peters go far side. Coming in on the backside post. Out to get it is Gerst. And Gerst takes away any threat of anything developing for the Raiders. The senior so aggressive coming off his line. That's something we talked about early.
Yeah, Tyler read that well. As soon as that ball got played in, he was well off his line and made an easy save out of that. And good distribution out to give the Devils a throw in here.
About 6 minutes to go in the first half. We are scoreless here at 10th and Jackson. Sean Secrease, Mark Thomas with you on WTAD and at QuincyJournal.com on QJTV. Riley Roth down into the far side corner for the Blue Devils on the attack. Roth tried to stop and go, and they just lost possession. It goes over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for Notre Dame.
Yeah, good defense there from Cooper Reese and matched up against Riley. They've known each other for a long time, and good battle there in the corner. And Notre Dame with a goal kick.
Scoreless between Quincy and Notre Dame and Quincy High. The Blue Devils come in this one 5-0-1 on the season. The Raiders 5-2. Not so far apart in the postseason anymore with the multiplier and the collapsing of soccer into 3 levels instead of 4 times in the past. Now we'll see the break for the Blue Devils far side. Cross the goal mouth. Devils try to play it in on the back heel. Raider defense gets there and knocks it away. And now having a hard time working on one foot. I believe that's Winger up front who is really hobbled after he took some time to get that shot away from point blank and never got it on goal.
Yeah, Jacob Mansfield came back and made a good defensive play there. I thought Quincy High was going to shoot that and played it across and then couldn't get a shot off before Van Steel came in and made a good tackle.
So we remain scoreless. The Devils had a great opportunity developing but never got a shot away. Now the Raiders try to regroup and go the other way. Raiders off the feet of Little, who's back into this game. Wants to take it far side. Nathan Over out there as well. The junior has changed his shirt from 24 to start the season to 25. Overlapping run for the Blue Devils into the box. Devils poke it back post off his line to make the save as Clyde. Knocked away by the defense. That was a good job of stepping up that time by Murphy. Raiders have possession played out front for Little. Little on the square. Wants to take it to the far side. Devils come in late. Trip up the counterattack by Peters. No call. And the Raiders retain possession. Peters goes to the far sideline, working off the left foot, looking for the cross. 2 men running in the box, and a whistle about 20 yards behind the play.
Yeah, I think they said the ball was out of bounds there.
All right, so referees view of the out of bounds line.
Quincy High there finding a couple spots in the Notre Dame defense where they play balls through and come running through. So they might have found something, hole in the defense and see if they can exploit that.
Scoreless in the waning moments of this first half. Ball is loose, middle of the field. Little has it, touches it forward. 3-on-3. Raiders touch it to the outside and can't keep control with Ben Steele. Steele had it off his feet to the far side. Reese going to go for the throw-in.
It's a good idea by Aubrey, just not the best pass, and then Becker there hit off his shoe and allowed the Quincy High defense to come back.
Far side. Raiders can't keep possession, give it away. Blue Devils middle of the field with Riley Roth. Roth wants to change sides of the field with Hosher. Hosher comes near side where he picks up Wingirter. Back to Hosher. Hosher on the right, step through, has it open for Wingirter on the wing. Wingirter now in some room, wants to distribute. Comes up the left side flank. Now to Hosher. Hosher wants to take it back to Wingirter. Wingirter plays it square, middle of the field, as he has an opportunity for Watson. Watson, long strike, and that just drifts over the crossbar. Watson has shown no aversion to letting it go from 25, 35, 40 yards out that time.
That was a long shot. Not a bad idea. And he's the one that took the free kick that went over the top too. So he's confident in his long-range shooting. So not a good build-up there from Quincy High. They strung 6 or 7 passes together, going outside, back inside, and got that shot off.
Now on the left foot of Hosher. Hosher up front for Wingirter, coming across to swat that away before it gets dangerous is Riggs. And in the last moments of this first half, it is going to be a deep throw-in coming up here for Quincy High. Will it be a corner, or are they going to throw it in there? Our view has been cut off. It's going to be a throw-in coming up for the Blue Devils. Deep in this southeast corner for the students standing there. You can't see what exactly is going on. Comes out near post. Flick to the backside, and the Raiders come away with it on the counterattack as the Devils don't get a shot on goal. Raiders take it to the far side. Running over the top of it is Becker. Becker on the outside of his foot, looks inside, has Little down the middle. Becker tries to hop over the would-be defense of Merrill, but Merrill goes to ground and makes that tackle cleanly.
Yeah, Jacob Becker's had a good first half.
Yeah.
He's been one of the more dangerous players on the field. He took that and earned a throw in here, and he also had that almost goal that Tyler made a good
Gurst comes out in traffic, cuts off the would-be cross for the Raiders.
Yeah, you can really see how confident he is with any ball in the air coming out.
Seconds of this first half will be alert for the officials' whistle. Raiders have it. We are scoreless. Raiders go to the field with Leach. Looking for Becker on the far side. Becker using his body to shield off the defense of the Blue Devils. Becker takes it to the corner. Becker to the end line. Makes his cross and it's behind the end line and out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick for the Raiders.
Yeah.
So the Raiders get an opportunity here before the end of the half.
They better hurry. Referee just looked at his watch. I can't think there'd be too much time left.
Right-footed in-swinger, near side post, knocked away by Gurst. Raiders have another opportunity, pop it up, back post, header's not cleared. Raiders bring it down. Little's going to strike this one, and it flies over the crossbar. Out of that flurry of exchanges, Little had the best opportunity from the top of the box, and he just got underneath it, and it sailed.
Yeah, he really did the hard part. He controlled it, and then it beat his defender to the right, and then he went to hit it. He really tried to overpower, and it slid off his right foot like the one he had earlier. But a good opportunity there from Quincy Notre Dame at the end.
We've reached halftime, and we have a scoreless tie on Talk Radio 930 WTAD. I'm Sean Seacrest, along with my partner Mark Thomas, and for the crew at QuincyJournal.com, we take you to the half scoreless. We'll catch you up on everything from around the world of sports. Checking in with the Fox Sports News in just a bit. We'll recap our first half stats as well and get you ready for the second half. Our second 40. You can find the back of that becoming the first program with 6 wins this season. That's all coming up as you're listening to tonight's coverage of Quincy Notre Dame, Quincy High on Talk Radio 930 WTAD.
Oh, that story looks good. Let me click that link. What? Locked? PaySite? Why do they link stories that I can't see? I'm not paying for that.
All of your online news at your fingertips is free on QuincyJournal.com. Quincy Journal also has a mobile site that fits your smartphone perfectly. And have you taken a peek at QJ-TV, QND Lady Raiders, Quincy High Blue Devils, QND Raiders games and more, live on QJ-TV. For the latest in politics, community news, and more, free every day, it's QuincyJournal.com.
Saturday morning at 9:30 on WTAD. Experience the latest episode of The Watchmen. 4 men on the clock, reducing the week's events to their essence. Entertainment, politics, sports, media, whatever is pushing the meter locally, regionally, universally. Ryan Nichols, Sean Seacrease, Bob Goff, and Quinn, The Watchmen. Podcast available online at WTAD.com.
A loved one passes on, and for a moment, time seems to stand still.
My husband was my whole world. We spent so much time together.
Making funeral arrangements is never easy. We can help you create a ceremony with sensitivity, compassion, and respect. Hanson Spear Funeral Home, celebrating a life well lived.
In the past, everyone came to you and you did business at your own kitchen table. This is Michael Libman, Financial Service Representative with MetLife in Quincy. I still make house calls, even with the internet and email. I feel it's important to really get to know you and your family's needs. Otherwise, how will I know what direction you need to take? Call me and I'll come sit with you at your kitchen table.
MetLife offers financial services and life insurance. Call Michael Lipman. He makes house calls.
The corner kicks for the Raiders, none for Quincy High, which is something we're not used to. The Blue Devils in recent memory have really used their speed to create mismatches on the offensive third. They get a lot of opportunities. They get a lot of corner kicks that lead to opportunities. We haven't seen that from them yet tonight.
No, I mean, it'd be interesting if they make any adjustments. I know Hunter Hosher seems to be a little bit more withdrawn. Normally he's a little higher up as a striker, and so I don't know if they're kind of doing a little bit different formation. So it'd be interesting if they get him higher up with Wingirter and allow that tandem to work. They've had some possession, as has Notre Dame, and I thought the first 20 minutes both teams played pretty well, and possession was good, and they were passing. Then they kind of went in about a 15-minute where neither team could keep much possession.
Yeah.
And the team that's put together 6, 7, 8 passes together, they normally get an opportunity, get a chance, and we haven't seen a lot of that. But a couple good saves there from Gerst, and a couple chances for the Devils, but nothing too threatening.
We mentioned the return engagement will be coming up. I believe it's that first week of October, and it's going to be over at Flynn Stadium. We'll have that for you here on Talk Radio 930 WQAD. October 8th it is going to be. We'll have it 6:30 again with the kickoff, and about 6:15 with the pregame show. That second engagement's always a lot of fun. Both teams have 2-3 games left after that, but we really know what each franchise is up to then and how they're looking in the postseason. They've typically been seeded for regional play, and so that's an important game coming up on October 8th.
Yeah, they have the rotation set, like Coach Reese said. He's going about 13, 14 deep. Coach Longo normally goes a little bit more.
19, 20.
He doesn't seem to have as much depth from what he said in the pregame, and so he hasn't subbed as much tonight as he has had in the past, and so part of that could be the conditions too. The weather's perfect, and perfect night to play.
So it's the Blue Devils and Raiders scoreless here at the half at 10th and Jackson. We'll take a timeout on the field and start this second half coverage for you next on Talk Radio 930 WTAD. Take a 3-minute break for me here, Brucey. 3 minutes. Thanks, bud. and the Raiders. And now there's some disagreement between the two and the center man for the match. We had to stop play just as it got started here. There was a photographer along the sideline, what they thought was the sideline, the football sideline. They didn't understand the soccer pitch is a little wider, so the referee had to come over and physically remove them from the field of play. I've never seen that before.
I haven't either. So luckily no one was hurt, and we're back to action.
All right, the Blue Devils moving left to right here in the second half. The Raiders moving right to left at their new digs here at 10th and Jackson. It was a very successful launch for the new facility here as the Raiders hosted their classic earlier in the fall.
Yeah, no, it's just a great venue for not only soccer but football. Just a beautiful facility and advanced physical therapy, and Quincy Notre Dame, they've done a great job.
The wind is blowing just a bit out of the north. I would hazard a guess at maybe 5-6 miles an hour. And now the Blue Devils are into the attacking third off the far side. Raiders on the attack. Blue Devils track back, and it's going to be over the end line. Oh, the Raiders just couldn't quite get it out of their feet as they were looking back post off that quick cross out of the middle.
Yeah, Cole Hayes there making a run down the sideline and got to the end line and just couldn't get that ball across. And good defense there from the Devils.
So the Devils moving left to right. Raiders right to left. And we are scoreless after about 43 minutes of play here this evening. There will be 2 10-minute overtime periods that will be golden goal. If you're old school, sudden death. There will be no shootout, however, tonight, as the coaches have agreed to that setup. Notre Dame working defensively on the near side as Quincy picks it up with Clay. Clay tries to turn it forward. He had an overlap from Son out of the midfield. We talked about those two dynamic Blue Devil midfielders, DJ Son and Riley Roth, each with a goal and an assist already in this young season. Possession for Notre Dame as they're going to throw it in along the near side sideline, right at the middle of the field with Volkamp. Volkamp just underneath our broadcast spot at the 40-yard line. Long throw up the sideline as he hits Reese. Reese, good power base as he's spread out, controls it, plays it square, middle of the field, picks up Cooper Reese. Now back to Volkamp. Volkamp on the left foot, wants to go square, picks up a little bit too much rubber pellet, and it's knocked away by the Blue Devils. Notre Dame regains, though, takes it far side square. They want to get it onto the foot of Riggs. Riggs knocks it away forward. They can't quite make the connection up front with Hayes. Now to the middle of the field, picked up there by the Blue Devils. Blue Devils and Clay turning it up the middle of the field. He's going to be dispossessed right in the middle by Obert, and a foul on Clay as he just got too much of the jersey. So a restart here for Notre Dame. And it's the Raiders who have come out really attack-minded here in the second half.
Yeah, they've had the betterment in possession and really trying to link up with their midfielders and forwards. And I think if they can swing the ball from wing to wing, they keep more possession rather than trying to play inside the football field.
Playing more direct, more down the middle.
Yeah, these like this is a good play here, playing the ball out wide. Then you can get a ball into space there.
That's out, goes out wide for Noakes. Noakes into the corner, looking for help. Back to Noakes. Noakes on a curl, short post, tapped it. It's going to be over the end line. Oh, that ball with some English on it stays on the field of play. And another opportunity for the Devils. The Raiders just took it for granted and nearly got burned for it. Nice clear on the header by Murphy in the middle. He sets it out front for Aubrey Reese. Reese to the far side, knocked back in by the defense of Quincy High as they are way across the midfield stripe. Now a counterattack for the Raiders. Raiders with Volkamp on his left foot, steps over it, looks to move inside. Good defense as Clay gets back, and Volkamp keeps it along the near side sideline. Ooh, a heavy touch on his first touch by Peters, and it's on the near sideline as he looks for Reese. Now the Blue Devils have it. Devils serve it up the near side sideline. That'll be out of bounds and right back to Notre Dame.
One thing I saw there, Sean, Riley Roth there when he was running back on defense, kind of, I don't know if he caught his cleat or caught a toe, but looked like he kind of tweaked his hamstring a little bit, and we'll have to see how he is. He was kind of hobbling a little bit there for a second, so that's hopefully he can stay in and shake it off, and otherwise that'd be a big loss there for Quincy High.
Throw in for the Raiders. Reese tries the bicycle, can't control it, and it's out of bounds to the Blue Devils. Blue Devils, Hunter Hosher with the head ball service, looks up front for Wingirter. Wingirter plays it across the middle of the field. Hard run that time. Taking off left to right was Noakes. And Noakes, he's going to try and develop something, but the Raider defense too cagey. They play it back with Riggs. He gets it centered up to Murphy, who kicks it away. Though it does sneak out of bounds, and it's another throw-in for the Blue Devils. Oh, mishandled by the Raiders. Opportunity for the Devils. Now it comes away for the Raiders with Hayes. Hayes working out of that forward spot, but tracking back as help is needed. And now he'll get back up top. Here's a missed assignment. Toe poke by the Devils, and a great save by Klein. Lucas Klein, the sophomore, had to read it as coming free unguarded was Wingirter off that defensive exchange we just talked about, Mark. He ended up with a shot that looked like a bit of a toe poke from about 15 yards away, and what a save by Klein as he dives to his left and takes it away.
Yeah, it's a good save by Klein there. Quincy High, probably the third time this game, played a ball through the slot there in Notre Dame's defense, and Wingirter ran onto it and hit that. If he had it to do all over again, I'm sure he'd try to get his hips through that and try to get that ball to the far post, and would have been a much more difficult save there for Klein. But good save there for the young goalkeeper.
Now the Blue Devils are on the attack again. Raiders have to bring extra men back behind the ball, near side, knocked away by Volkamp, and the throw-in coming up for Noakes. Noakes looks into the corner, can't find his hookup. That comes out to Becker for Notre Dame. Now giving it away to Noakes. Noakes looks to the right side for Hosher. Hosher doesn't read it. And now he, Noakes, and DJ Sohn all kind of looking at each other like one of us has to play off the other one here.
Yeah, one thing we talked there at halftime, if maybe Hunter Hosher would get a little higher up the field, more as a forward there. And so far this second half, he seems to be hanging up a little bit more up higher, which I think will help the Devils.
Based on positioning, how teams like to run, and where you overlap, the geometry of soccer is a triangle. They always talk about forming a triangle together, Mark. Here's a weak head ball in by the Blue Devils. Easy to come off his line out wide for Klein and pick up this roller. No danger there for the Raiders. It's a triangle. That's because you have two options and you put a lot of pressure on the defense to try and figure out where you're going to go.
Correct. And, I mean, it's easy to play balls out of that triangle. So you can play balls back, you can play balls forward, you can play balls diagonally out of those triangles, and then you can make runs off out of those triangles also. So basically all it is a bunch of small games inside one big game of 11 on 11. So
we got very meta there. Now to the near side. Raiders can't keep control of it. Clay pulls it down for the Blue Devils. Middle of the field. He tries to switch it with Watson. Watson can't keep possession, and it's back onto the feet of the Raiders. We're 50 minutes into this match, scheduled for 80 minutes. Half hour to go in the scoreless second half between Quincy High and Quincy Notre Dame. He's Mark Thomas. I'm Sean Secrease. You're enjoying us either on WTAD or at QuincyJournal.com. Just click the QJTV tab for the TV broadcast of tonight's game. Up the middle is Reese. Reese putting on a dribbling clinic right now as he takes down three would-be Devil defenders. In the end, he gives it up, plays it square to Cooper Reese. And now the Raiders will reset all the way out to the near sideline with Volkamp. Volkamp off the left foot, looks forward where he picks up the man who had a very good first half, and Becker. Becker can't take it forward, and it's stolen by the Blue Devils. Devils leave it middle of the field. It's wide open, and the Raiders find themselves a gift. Reese on top of it, wants to take it far side for Reese. Reese up the middle. They've got one man streaking and can't quite make the connection there with the forward up top in Cole Hayes. So Hayes at 5'5" and 130 pounds, he can get lost in a back line, and the Raiders trying to pick him out.
Yeah, Cooper, right idea, just the pass wasn't weighted enough, a little too firm, and on this field turf you can see it scoot right to the goalkeeper, Gerst.
And that's something that if you're not used to playing on it, you have to get used to how you're going to pass the ball.
Correct. Definitely the weight of the ball and how hard to pass it, how hard to hit it. Everything's faster, so you're much better off if you can play the ball to people's feet. You'll see balls that aren't played to people's feet a lot of times turn over and go to the other team. So the more you can play the ball to your own teammates' feet, the better off you'll be.
And we haven't watched any of the wild pinball-like ricochets that we usually see here at 10th and Jackson either. It's been a very controlled, dare I say, hinted at beautiful game here tonight.
No, much better than the previous field here at 10th and Jackson.
Throw in coming up for Clay of the Blue Devils as they have it right on the edge of the attacking third, scoreless game. Into the box, he looks for other Devil attackers and can't find anyone thanks to the head ball to clear it by Riggs. Out of bounds, near side sideline. Throw in from Merrow of the Blue Devils. Merrow looks up front. He's got attackers to choose from. Devils play it square, middle of the field. Back heel attempt by Sohn out of the midfield. He can't quite find his man, but the Raiders can't clear. On the right foot, Hosher tries the outside, and it just bends wide.
Yeah, good idea there by Hunter, trying to hit that ball first time. And same thing, just got under it, got leaned back a little bit and slid off his foot, and goal kick here for Notre Dame.
The keepers tonight, Tyler Gerst, the senior for the Blue Devils of Quincy High. Lucas Klein, he had a couple of spot starts as a freshman last year, but he's taken over full-time as the lead man as a sophomore for Notre Dame. 5'10", 165 pounds. I would have never imagined that I would say this, but I wish I had enough meat on my bones when I was a sophomore to weigh 165. I was 5'10", but like 115.
115.
165 would have
weren't
been
eating
excellent.
down in St. Louis, huh?
Oh, all I ate was 2 pork steaks for dinner every night, half a dozen eggs for breakfast. Couldn't seem to, and this is anathema to you and I both now, couldn't seem to keep the weight on.
Yeah, well, we don't have that problem now.
The Blue Devils give up a restart here to Notre Dame. Notre Dame gets on top of it with Cooper Reese. Reese from about midfield. He's going to let his men position for this restart. We are scoreless here at 10th and Jackson. Both of these teams have won 5 already this season. 5-0-1 for the Blue Devils, 5-2 for the Raiders. Reese, the official's whistle makes him restart. Now the right foot. He wants to curl it to the back post. Header flips it up near side. Nobody there for the Raiders. And the Devils with an easy time to clear it away. Can they translate defense to offense now? Coming up the near side sideline for its Wingirter, keeping it inbounds is the defensive Fry, and now that's going to go out of bounds and a throw in for the Devils. It'll be Clay, long and lanky. He throws this one in a lollipop, and it's headed away by the Raiders. Raiders on the near side with Jacob Becker. Becker was really outstanding in the first half as he was continually dangerous for the Raiders.
Yeah, he made some good runs. Up top, had that one chance early in the game that, he struck well, just, Gerst made a good diving save to his left, and I thought he was, definitely one of the more dangerous players on the field, besides, Aubrey Reese and Hunter Hosher, but had a very good first half, and Notre Dame will need that from him in the second half to, keep battling here.
All right, about 25 minutes to go in this match, and we are scoreless, Mark Thomas. If you're Greg Reese, are you thinking about making any adjustments right here as far as just how you're handling this game, or are you happy right now?
I think you're pretty happy. I mean, you've had some chances here in the second half. You came out pretty well, and I think he'd like to see more possession from his team if he can. And I think Coach Longo, the same thing. They're really playing the ball inside the football field, and I think they'd like to get the ball more wide and, side to side.
Maybe like the photographer, they think that's the sideline. Counterattack here by the Blue Devils. Short, low shot to the near side post, and it just goes wide. Yeah. Well, I think that Lucas Klein had the post covered, but that was an excellent attack. I think Wingirter let that go, and he didn't miss by much.
Yeah, Wingirter, again, that's probably the 5th time now that Quincy High's found somebody in the slot, and 3 of those have been Wingirter, and he's had the one Klein made a save on earlier, and this one just went wide to the near post.
All right, put your other hat on. If you're Coach Longo of the Blue Devils, what are you thinking right now?
Well, I think he's made one adjustment. I think he's put Hunter Hosher up top. You can see him up forward now, and I think that's a very good decision because Hunter doesn't need a lot of space, and if he gets those same chances that Wingirter gets there, I think he maybe has a goal by now, and so here's another opportunity for him.
Hosher is up top, 1-on-4. Nothing develops there. Raiders play it square, far side, looking to take it out of the midfield and into the attacking third. Raiders, middle of the field with Reese. Reese plays it square, has Van Steele with him on his left. Van Steele's going to play it back to the near side for Volkamp. as the Raiders take their time and organize themselves at the back. Oh, giveaway. Hosier's up the middle. Hosier's got a running mate up top with Clay. Clay's already got 2 goals on the season. Hosier looks near side now. Picks up Sohn. Sohn, middle of the field, has it knocked away. Sohn just took too much time, and Volkamp sweeps it away from the attacking Blue Devil. Now to the far side, Raiders knock it out as Murphy gets there and heads it away from danger. Throw in coming up for the Blue Devils. We are scoreless here at 10th and Jackson. October 8th at Flynn Stadium. These two teams get back together. We'll have it for you. 6:30 the kickoff, about 6:15 the pregame show here on Talk Radio 930 WTAD. Thank you for joining us tonight, however you're listening. Online at QuincyJournal.com, through WTAD, or maybe through the TuneIn app on your smartphone. That's how Mark listens whenever he's on the road and misses my voice. He needs to get to sleep. He can just open up the TuneIn and listen right here on Talk Radio 930 WTAD. So it's the Blue Devils. We know that they have that tough postseason bracket that always goes down through the east side. You're looking at Alton, you're looking at Collinsville, you're looking at Edwardsville. They're adding a couple of more teams in that bracket. We'll talk about that more coming up on October 8th. The Raiders, they got all the way to the quarters last year, got knocked out by the eventual champions in Waterloo-Gibeau. You can't feel bad about your year last year.
No, lost in penalty kicks, and we were at that game and broadcast it, and very good game. Could have went either way, and then Gibeau went on and won the state title. So now they bump up a class, and Coach Reese has always put a good schedule together and really has prepared them for that postseason run.
That's the other controversial angle as the Raiders throw the ball in on the far side. Neither team able to get much possession. Now the Raiders come forward, want to play it back and give it away. Not only do you have the multiplier of 1.67 for the non-boundary schools, you also have the success multiplier. And if you reverse that, you have the failure divider, as it were. If there hasn't been success, you can get moved down a class. So now Coach Reese's team in 2A with only a 3-tier system in soccer, and you're going to have some big schools who haven't had success in 3A now move down to 2. So you essentially could have teams that under the old 4-tier system would have 1A teams playing 4A teams.
Yeah, I know. I'm just not a big fan. So, you try to tweak it and mess with it, and you end up making water and dirt and makes mud.
Raiders to the near side, looking for an attack. Left foot, one attempt in. That's going to sail high and wide. That was just a quick attempt as the Raiders tried to set it up on the counter to the near side. Boy, they had a real chance coming out of the middle, and that was a good diagonal run off the near wing. Volkamp has been filling in well on this left wing tonight.
Yeah, and Notre Dame got a ball over the top there, and I think that was Becker again, number 19.
Yeah,
and
he was.
And just hit it over the top, and he's been in some good spots and positions tonight to have some opportunities.
Just to finish up the point on the prospective playoff situation, it's not just the Notre Dame camp that is less than happy. The Blue Devil camp, not a fan of what's happened either.
Well, no, I mean it's it is what it is. You got to beat everybody to win a state title. I think the more you mess with things, and I've never been a big fan of it, but I'm also one who we won a state title playing against schools that has 6,000-7,000 enrollment, and I'd rather lose in one class than win in a watered down system. But it is what it is, and I think the IHSA tries to find ways to help, and sometimes it's just not easy.
Yellow card awarded to Riley Roth of the Blue Devils here in the 60th minute. He got tangled up on the counterattack. And now only 24 yellow cards left to be accumulated for the Blue Devils this year. I'm sure they have more than one coming into this one already. In case you missed that conversation in the first half, the IHSA, in their unilateral decision-making process, has decided that you do not merit an invitation to the postseason if you pick up 25 yellow cards as a team and coaching staff during the regular season. So we'll see how this plays out. The head coach at Danville is on the soccer advisory committee. I know the Blue Devil coaching staff had quite the talk with him during their game there, as did the Raiders staff had a talk with him during their game there. It was a game the Raiders won. The soccer advisory committee apparently not happy that the recommendations that they made were taken in a different direction by the IHSA. So we'll see how this plays out this year. Scoreless here. Less than 20 minutes to go now between Notre Dame and Quincy High. We could have as many as 2 10-minute overtime periods. And just off the side of the foot that time, the would-be shot by Wingirter as he came down with it at the top of the box at an easy pickup save for the Raiders. Lucas Klein.
Yeah, Wingirter there just mishit it and had a good opportunity, just slid off his foot, and easy save there for Klein.
Suddenly the shots on goal are starting to tilt toward the Blue Devils' favor here in the second half. And they've had dangerous chances,
Yeah,
too.
they've had some opportunities here in the second half, and I think trying to put some more pressure and up front with Wingirter and Hosher now playing a lot higher.
And you just mentioned that. About 5-6 minutes ago, the Blue Devils made the decision to move Hosher forward out of that more midfieldy spot in order to let him run up top with Wingirter, and we're starting to see them increase their pressure and tenacity at the attack.
Well, if you can get Hosher in spots where he's closer to goal and can take people on and get shots like he did earlier, then you're going to have better chances to score goals. So getting them higher and up top, I think, is a better decision.
Hosher and Murphy bang bodies on the far side. And now this throw-in is going to be knotted down by the Raiders. No call on the penalty as the Raiders went top over T. Kettle. Counterattack up the far side, put it on the feet of Reese. Reese wants to bring it back to the middle of the field, plays it square. He's inside the 30-yard line, now wants to back it out and look for some help there from Van Steele. Van Steele, far side, right foot. Curl it back to Reese. Reese in the box. And it just dribbles off of his foot as he was trying to get around the last line of defense from Merrow for the Blue Devils and set up a shot on goal. Instead, it's going to be a corner kick, left end of the field, far side corner for the Raiders.
Yeah, good ball there from Cooper Reese to Aubrey Reese, making a diagonal run there. And Aubrey tried to cut that ball, and defender just, Merrow knocked it over the end line. And a corner kick here from Quincy Notre Dame.
Raiders set up at the back post. Left-footed in-swinger, low and driving, and knocking that away is Sohn. Raiders run after it on the far side. Blue Devils beat them to it with Wingirter, who was back inside the half line to help out on that corner kick. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Raiders. Far side. Long throw-in, up the sideline. Blue Devils knock it down when it come to the near side. Devils step over. A near giveaway, middle of the field. Now Van Steele tries to get to it, can't keep possession. Blue Devils on the far side, counter-attacking. Blue Devils up the middle, want to hold possession. Boy, really physical play starting to happen now. Down to ground, and we're going to have more yellow cards issued here. We're going to stop the clock.
Yeah, it looked like Van Steele and Sohn got tangled up there, and Van Steele's going to get a yellow card here, too.
And he pulled Sohn down in a wrestling move when he went down. So here in the 64th minute, Van Steele picks up a yellow. So each team has been issued a yellow card as we are an hour and 4 minutes in. About 16 minutes remaining in regulation tonight. We are scoreless. Quincy High and Quincy Notre Dame. Restart coming up. We've had 2 yellows, 2 excellent chances for the Blue Devils in this half. A photographer who set up on the field of play and got run over. The only thing we're missing is for a storm to blow up right now. I say that half jokingly because tomorrow we're supposed to get rain back in the area. So it could be tough. I think just about every basement in Quincy's got some water.
Or we could have the EPL game where the streaker came and hit the free kick. Did you see that one?
No.
Yeah. Streaker came in and they had a free kick and he came and swerved one around the wall and kept running. They caught him though. I saw that on I think it was on ESPN the other day.
Oh my goodness. Well, if he swerved it around the wall, there's a couple. Crystal Palace might want to talk to him give him a contract. Burnley
He
might want
didn't
to
score,
talk to
but
him.
he put it on goal,
Yeah,
which was nice. and,
Burnley could use the help.
Yeah.
Hull always needs a little bit of talent. Maybe even Stoke City.
Yeah, I don't think he got a contract, but
He's going to end up with a fine.
Oh, I'm
Long
sure. A hefty
shot
one.
in from midfield on the restart. That sails wide a goal harmlessly here as we are back underway after the yellow card to Van Steele and quite a bit of a talking to from the referee to both teams and both benches. Sean Sechrist along with Mark Thomas. Tonight we'd like to thank Bruce Terstege back in the WTAD studio. Wind starting to pick up, 55 degrees at kickoff. We've been holding there so far. Feels like it's into that low 50s or even the 40s. And now a restart coming up for the Blue Devils after too aggressive a move through Hosher that time by, I believe that was Riggs coming out of the backfield. Maybe Fry coming up for the Raiders as he looked to challenge. Now another restart for the Blue Devils. They're kicking it into the wind. A little bit of wind starting to pick up, and it's moving right to left with the Raiders. This one chipped in, back post, dangerous, heading it down on the near side corner. Two uncovered Blue Devils, and Clay couldn't get it knotted on net. Oh, that was a tough chance because Klein was late to react on the near side.
Yeah, that dangerous opportunity there from Quincy High. And you talked about the wind. What happens when you have wind going that direction, it holds the ball up. And so Klein didn't do a very good job of coming off his line like Coach Reese talked about, and was a little unsure, and Quincy High should have done a little bit better with that.
Ballcamp gets it to the middle of the field, nodded on forward by Hayes. Hayes didn't have anybody there to back him up. Becker on the near side can't get to it. Clay keeping it away from him as now the Raiders pick it off in the backfield. Ballcamp, nice step through. He's reached out and grabbed by Clay, no call. Now to the near side, trying to knock it forward is Becker, and it's going to be out of bounds over the near side sideline. Scoreless between Notre Dame and Quincy High on Talk Radio 930 WTAD. Thanks again to all of our sponsors who allow us to bring you this match commercial free during the run of play. Into the left side corner on the left end of the dial. Raiders now looking for possession after they give it away. Throw in seemingly coming out of the crowd for the Blue Devils. Picked off by Notre Dame. Reese is at the edge of the box. Left foot wants to take it across the mouth. Knocked down by the defense, and a great reaction by Gerst, the keeper for the Blue Devils, to come out and smother it so that there was no more trouble. Reese, he looked two times to cross that at the 6, and he just couldn't find a chance to get it away, Mark.
Yeah, good effort there from Aubrey, but Miro came in and blocked a couple of those attempts, and then Gerst came and cleaned that up and averted a dangerous situation there.
Now referee's whistle, and he wants another throw in on the near side sideline. He says that the throw from Clay came in too quickly. Clay runs it up. He takes an extra 10 yards on the throw-in, and it's knocked down by the Raiders. Raiders want to play it square, indecisive with his pass, and that leads to trouble off the foot of Becker. Now Clay has it back. Hosher flicks it into the corner. Nowhere to run onto. Ball knocks her out. Hosher has it again near sideline. That's going to be out of bounds, and another throw-in coming up for the Blue Devils and Clay. And Brandon Noakes is going to take this one. Clay's going to run forward as Noakes looks for him, and it's going to be out of bounds off Notre Dame. And will Clay take this one or Noakes? Noakes is going to head inside, and it's going to be a deep throw in here for the Devils. Devils are going to turn around and bring Chris Clay to the near side sideline. Just outside the edge of the box. Let's see if they want to throw it in deep or if they're going to play a short throw in. We are scoreless. Clay at the edge of the box, headed down by the Raiders, but right back to Clay. Top of the box where he looks there for Whitty. Whitty tracks to the far side. Reese gives him a bit of a push. Now Peters make it. And we're going to have a substitute coming on for Notre Dame.
Yeah, Quincy High would have liked to have that back. Not a very good, didn't get the throw in over the top, and then ball came back and tried to cross it and just slid off the foot there.
Raiders get Ballcamp back onto the field. Little heads off down the far side sideline. Some pushing, and it's going to be a throw-in coming up for the Devils as that was out of bounds. Now the officiating crew is hearing it from the Blue Devil bench as they stop that throw-in again. Notre Dame regroups. The throw-in from the Devils knocked out far side by the Raiders, and so another deeper throw-in for the Devils who are advancing up the far sideline, left to right, into Raider territory. Nearly a missed clear that time by Murphy for the Raider defense, and that's going to put this Raider defense into a tough spot. Now is that it? Okay, they're going to say that was deflected.
Deflected off, yep.
Yeah, off of Wingirter, and a long throw in for the Raiders. So a break for QND in their own defensive third in this scoreless game. Raiders just clear it away. If this was a hockey game, they would call that the intentional icing. As the Raiders just wanted to relieve the pressure, knocked it downfield without any intention of chasing it. To the near side now, tangling up his feet is Clay as he and Volkamp come together, and he's not going to be able to get to that lead pass to the corner as Noakes tried to stretch out the defense.
Yeah, good idea there, but just too quick on this field turf and ends up with a Notre Dame goal kick again.
10 minutes to go in regulation. We are scoreless tonight on Talk Radio 930 WTAD. Raiders and Blue Devils. Devils tracking back on the far side, trying to get numbers behind that ball. Wingirter, the defender. Brady Wingirter, the senior defender. Blake Wingirter, the senior forward. Blake with 3 assists already this season. That's a team high. And now a whistle in midfield and a restart for Notre Dame. Notre Dame's going to get Cooper Reese over the top of it. 6 feet tall, 165 pounds. He's a very talented midfielder. Really, all the Reeses have been fantastic as they've come through Notre Dame.
Yeah, a lot of talent in that family,
Yeah.
and has done well. Taylor's playing at Quincy University, doing well there in his first year back from England.
Off the cross to the near post. Reese can't hook up with another white shirt. Now Volkamp gets to it, sends it back to the top of the box, and the Raiders can't get on the end of that cross from Volkamp. Ball is loose. The official blows it dead, and we're going to have a foul against Notre Dame and a restart here for Quincy High. You doing all right? Do you have time to get dinner before coming out to the match?
No, I came straight from work, but yeah, I'm good.
You want the Greg Reese special? 2 hot dogs
2
up
hot
to the
dogs,
booth?
yeah. I'd eat those probably if they're here.
I'm chuckling because when we go on the road in the postseason, there's usually food, and Mark, Mark is no stranger to the inhalation.
Oh yeah,
Of, whether it's discs of meat or tubes of meat.
Oh yeah,
you're just all over it.
No, doesn't matter. Like the food and need it to survive, So
the other fun thing about going on road trips with Mark is he brings a virtual pantry with him when we go somewhere. End line cross for the Blue Devils. Back into the middle, deftly turned aside by the Raider defense. Now the Devils on the outside, serve it back in. Coming off his line well is Klein, the sophomore, and he picked a good time to be aggressive coming off the line that time because the service from Noakes, it was just kind of sitting there to be had.
Yeah, hung up in the wind again, and Klein came off his line a little bit better there because if he didn't, Hunter Hosher was going to flick that on into the net with his head.
Down now to under 8 minutes to go in this scoreless regulation. We can have as many as 2 10-minute overtime periods here at 10th and Jackson. Those looking like more and more of a reality as these two very evenly matched sides have played to a draw through the first 72 minutes. Up the middle for the Devils. Crossover, step through by Noakes. Noakes on the left foot, can't get it away. Knocked away by the Raider defense. Back to the outside for the Devils. Devils back four kind of forming an umbrella here and really getting to these balls that the Raiders are trying to clear, keeping the pressure in the Raider end.
Yeah, Notre Dame's having a little bit of hard time keeping the ball, playing the ball to teammates. Quincy High stepped up their level of pressure, and they're winning more balls coming out, and you can see them swinging the ball from to the outside here.
Long shot teed up by Watson, knocked aside by after it. They're going to keep it on the side. In for the Devils. Raiders, Jacob Becker with his hands spread wide, looking at the officials as if to say, you can't seriously have stopped play there and made that call. Far sideline throw in coming up for the Devils. They're inside the attacking third. Devils lining up at the near post. Long throw in coming from the sideline. Looking for a flick on here. Raiders read it well, get to it, and head it away. Not out of danger, though. Devils have it back on their feet. Flick this one over the top. Hosher, through. Left foot boot, and it's going to be picked up and diverted by Klein just at the last second. Klein found that ball, picked it up and then made a great dive to his right to knock it out. There's going to be a corner kick coming up for the Blue Devils. Shot stopper. That's what Greg Reese said about young Mr. Klein when we talked about it before the game. Maybe not all the technical skills, but a natural shot stopper.
Yeah, Wingate had a chance there. Would have liked to hit that to the far post and off a head ball from Hosher, but Klein again up for the challenge.
Corner kick produces nothing for the Blue Devils. Turn around, off a couple of white shirts. Hosher trying to pressure, but he can't find it for the Blue Devils. Raiders head to toe white here at home, trying to bring it out of their own end. Trying to play it square, far side. It's Reese. Reese plays through traffic to no avail. Now, a late break by the Devils gives the Raiders a chance to counterattack. Oh, just goes right past Hayes as he tried to stop his momentum off of a deflection. But the Blue Devils have it back, coming on the pressuring the defense. And running free up the right side is Roth. Roth wants to go for the cross. He's pickpocketed, but not out of trouble. Back to the near side. Noakes is cross at the top of the box. Volleyed away by the Raiders. Dangerous. Cooper Reese then scored his own goal, but high over the bar. That will give the Blue Devils another corner kick coming up, and it'll be their second here in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's good to see Riley Roth back in the game there. You can see he has got taped up when he went out. Looks like hamstring, but it's good to see him running down the flank there and created a corner kick here for the Devils.
Far side corner. Blue Devils in what has to be less than 5 minutes to go in regulation now. Devils serve it, top post, header, back post, no, over the crossbar. Devils trying to get that ball knotted down on frame. Instead, it just keeps leaking high, whether it's been off the header or off the shots from the feet.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Ben Merrill got up there, just couldn't get on top of it, and headed over the crossbar. And we talked about Wingate. He's probably had 3 or 4 really good chances, and just can't hit that ball to the far post. So
Devils on the far side. Raiders trying to pick it up. Raiders looking for the counterattack. Reese up the far side. Reese going to draw a crowd of blue shirts to defend him. Ultimately dispossessed and knocked down as he was attacking down that right flank. Out of bounds, far side sideline. Throw in for the Raiders. Raiders on top of it. Looking to come right to left. Middle of the field. Oh, give and go. Trying to leave it that time. Who's had a very good game with Becker on the near side. Becker can't get to this one. Volkamp will come up, put it on his right foot. Plays it back to his right. Now to the left. Dispossessed there by Noakes. Now middle of the field. Knocked down was Little. Little gets it to Reese. Reese's pass is deflected and right back to midfield where it's picked up by the defense of Fry. Middle of the field. Touched far side. Van Steele looks for help. On the far side wing. Raiders advancing it. Looking dangerous in these final few moments. Less than about 3 minutes to go here in regulation as we are scoreless at 10th and Jackson. Far side, the linesman's flag goes up and a throw-in coming up. Notre Dame 5-2 coming into tonight. Quincy High 5-0-1. They have played to a scoreless draw through 78 minutes.
Yeah, I think Notre Dame's going to have a free kick on an inadvertent handball by Quincy High. And I don't know if you want to stop the clock there.
Go ahead.
They got
you can touch my
cramping here from Valkamp. So Quincy Notre Dame going to have a free kick probably 45 yards out. And they'll try to get this into the box and get Aubrey Reese up there and see if they can get something off of this. You can see both teams kind of sense, not a whole lot of time left and kind of picked up their intensity here the last 2 or 3 minutes. So under probably 3 or 4 minutes left and goal now can be a game winner.
We started tonight with clouds and 55 degrees. Still cloudy now, 54. Wind picking up a bit out of the north, blowing from right to left across the pitch here at Notre Dame. Saw the principal, Mark McDowell, before the match tonight. Very happy man walking around that this new facility is really coming together.
Yeah, they've done a very good job in a short amount of time, and a lot of people are excited about the football game coming up and this game tonight. So
Raiders and Devils. Final moments of regulation about to unfold. 3 minutes remaining. The Raiders will be serving this one on the free kick from the far side. Raiders send it to the back post. This is trouble. Looks good and just over Gertz. Outstretched hands as the Raiders went up to vie for it. They couldn't quite get there as it sailed high on the cross.
yeah, good ball there from Cooper, and you could see Aubrey go up for that. He's really gotten taller and kind of gotten thicker this last year. So, but Gertz just so good in the air as a goalkeeper and did well going up with Aubrey on that.
Under 3 minutes to play now in regulation. Raiders, middle of the field, turn it around, looking to go forward with Peters. Peters can't control it. Now Reese, middle of the field. Peters again. Peters touches it far side. Running back on defense is Wingardner. Wingardner gives it away, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last touched by the Raiders, so a throw-in coming up for the Blue Devils. Devils, middle of the field, on the counterattack. Roll it center. We're going to have a foul coming up. It's going to be deemed a professional foul by the official. No card.
No, that's a good foul by Notre Dame to stop the attack. But
looked like Hosher was going to get away, and Notre Dame, even with numbers back, didn't want to give him a full head of steam.
Good counterattack there from Quincy High.
Restart here for the Blue Devils. Under 2 minutes now. We are scoreless here at 10th and Jackson. The official blows his whistle and serving it to the near post. Blue Devils trying to get underneath it. Knocked away on the header by Murphy for Notre Dame. Now Notre Dame numbers up the middle. It's going to be Murphy on the outside. 4-on-3. Can they control? The white shirts cannot. And the Blue Devils knock it back. Riggs rotates over to that center back slot with Murphy up the field. Raiders lying forward in the corner. Looking for Hayes. He can't control. Now middle of the field. Reese trying to get on top of it. Ball comes loose. Raiders want to roll it far side with Reese. That's Cooper Reese and Aubrey Reese, both on the field together. On the counter, Blue Devils have it. 1-on-5. Looking for help behind the intended target. It rolls all the way across the pitch to the near side for Todd. Todd now to Clay. Clay into the corner where he's trying to pick up Rodemick. Rodemick doing his best to lock horns with Evan Riggs. Riggs 5'9", 145. Rodemick just about the same as they get together near the pole, and it's going to be a goal kick coming up for the Raiders.
Yeah, Riggs doing a good job there, just bodying Rodemick off the ball and earning a goal kick there for Quincy Notre Dame and alleviate that pressure.
Just about 1 minute to go in regulation. Devils try to sneak up, steal this goal kick, have it at midfield. Devils want to roll forward. Missed opportunity on the far side as Hosher didn't see it, and we're going to have the official's whistle here at the end of regulation. 80 minutes in and no goals scored. We're going to play 10 minutes of golden goal soccer. What that means is if either team scores at any time, the match is over. We'll have one 10-minute period, then a brief timeout, and a second 10-minute period. If we're still tied after 20 more minutes of golden goal soccer, that is it. There will be no shootout tonight, and this one will end in a 0-0 tie. We'll have that first 10-minute overtime coming up next. We're scoreless after 80. You're listening to the Quincy High Blue Devils and the Quincy Notre Dame Raiders on AM 930 WTAD.
A loved one passes on, and for a moment, time seems to stand still.
My husband was my whole world. We spent so much time together.
Making funeral arrangements is never easy. We can help you create a ceremony with sensitivity, compassion, and respect. Hanson Spear Funeral Home, celebrating a life well lived.
It's coming to Quincy, and it's a game changer. Fiber is the fastest technology available, and Adams is bringing fiber to the home. Nothing else compares to fiber, and Adams will be connecting Quincy neighborhoods to this lightning-fast internet and telephone service with no gimmick pricing and local service. Find out how your neighborhood can become a fiberhood. Just take the quick survey at followthefiber.net. Adams, the better and now faster way to connect.
Federated Insurance is a lot like the family businesses we help protect. For 105 years and counting, Federated has shared the common values that have served our clients well. Federated Insurance, it's our business to protect yours.
Call Tony Reese in Quincy at 223-4623.
Grace along with Mark Thomas. Glad that we could bring you the second most exciting moments in soccer. Penalty kick shootout, of course, to be number one for a lot of fans.
Yeah, I like the golden goal or sudden death.
Sudden death,
yeah,
golden goal, either
Yep.
way. As soon as a goal is scored and officially recorded, it's onside and everything else, the match is over. We have two clubs that have been very attack-minded in the last 15 minutes. If you're either Coach Longo or Coach Reese, do you drop an extra man back?
No, I think both of them will just play the way they've normally been playing, and I think they're going to play to win the game and not sit back.
I remember to start the stopwatch with the whistle this time, and so the first 10-minute overtime is underway. Devils remain moving left to right, and the Raiders right to left here on the new pitch at 10th and Jackson. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it looks that way on the broadcast at QuincyJournal.com as well. Alex Goff, our videographer emeritus, as he is here tonight. He has a very famous understudy now. I'll leave that cat in the bag for the time being. To the near side, no one home for the Raiders. My old Raider basketball partner now blocking my view here in the press box, Ron Kincher. You're still tall, Ron, and I still can't see through you. 0-0 our score in overtime. Now the breaking in, and the Raiders just couldn't get there. That was Reese. He broke in from the left side, and he was almost home. Great job by the defense of the Blue Devils to rotate back. Merrill wouldn't let him have the middle of the field.
Yeah, Merrill did a good job there blocking that shot from Aubrey after he got open.
Now down to the near side. Raiders coming in with Becker. Becker going to reset it back out to Volkamp. Volkamp touches it wide, and it's picked off by the Blue Devils. Blue Devils coming this way with Clay. Clay, 2 goals on the season. He's got it on the left foot, wants to go square. Looks middle of the field where he picks up Watson. Watson wants to take it all the way to the far side. Up the line, they look for Wingirter. Wingirter. I know he was one of your picks to click here in this overtime period. You like Wingirter and you like Reese as the potential goal scorers.
Well, yeah, Wingirter's had probably 3 or 4 chances, so he puts himself in those positions. And, I think Aubrey's definitely the most dangerous goal scorer for Quincy Notre Dame as they go down the flank here.
Notre Dame on the right side flank looking for possession, and instead it's out over the far side touchline, and a throw-in coming up for the Blue Devils. Devils trying to keep it tight to the sideline far side. Volley is over the line and out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for the Raiders. 2 minutes into this 10-minute sudden death period, the first of potentially 2 here tonight on WTAD. We'll be joining tonight's Thursday night NFL game immediately after we're finished here. Stolen by the Blue Devils. Blue Devils on the attack. Right foot trying to line it through. Rolling forward and coming out off his line to make the save is Klein. Now that was a great job by Klein to be aggressive and know when to come off of his line. And he shuts down a counterattack for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, he did a good job there. Hunter Hosher making that 10-yard run. He slotted a great ball to Clay. If Clay would have continued his diagonal run then, I think that ball would have been on his foot, but he kind of stopped and hesitated. And by that time, you know, Clay came out and off his line and made that save.
Far side, out of bounds, off Notre Dame. Throw in coming up for the Blue Devils. This crowd starting to find their throat again, and you're hearing more and more participation as this one gets ever more tense here in extra time. To the near side now for the Devils. Devils are going to line this one up with Roth. He had the yellow card in the 60th minute. Van Steele had a yellow card in the 64th minute, and it seems since then things have kind of simmered down, and we're just been playing some good two-way soccer.
Yeah, a couple times got tangled up and stuff, but been a good, clean, hard-fought game.
You've got 20 legs out there on the field. You're going to get tangled up once in a round.
Yep.
Middle of the field, bad giveaway by the Blue Devils. Coming off the near side, that cross from Noakes, and that finds the attacking Hayes for Notre Dame. Hayes by his lonesome, trying to go left to right, putting it on that right foot, and instead he'll play it square outside as Notre Dame regroups in the offensive third. Across the box, tapped by Reese, loose in the box, left foot, and this is going to smoke just wide of the wide side post. And the Raiders looking more dangerous in this extra session than they have throughout most of the second half.
Yeah, really good long ball over the top from Cooper Reese to
corner kick coming up for Notre Dame, left end of the field, near side corner.
Hayes did a good job there playing that back. Looks like, I don't know if that's Peters out there with the cramp or not sure.
On the far side. It's an odd night to be cramping up, too.
Yeah, you know, just never know. Maybe not enough potassium in the body. Who knows? Just definitely not from, you know, you wouldn't think loss of fluids and stuff with, you know, the temperature the way it is. So.
You know, you solved that orange wedge.
Orange wedge?
That's what
Bananas?
we did. Yeah, it was always
people?
orange wedge when I was little. Yeah.
Orange wedge.
Uh-huh.
Salt?
Salt lick, yes.
Salt lick.
Yeah. I know that's what they used when you played.
For deer hunting. The old salt lick.
Left end of the pitch. Raiders setting up this in-swinging corner kick. We're in extra time, scoreless. Raiders get it short post, back heel flip, and that is just over the crossbar. Oh, that looked like Reese coming through, trying to attempt that.
Valkamp there on the near post.
Yeah.
Yep, just flicked that on, and a great effort there on a low in-swinger from Cooper Reese off that corner kick.
It almost looked like he brought that heel up and caught the ball in the upward swing, popping it up instead of just redirecting it. Now a goal kick coming up for the Blue Devils. Yeah, Reese set up Valkamp there on that attempt at the short corner. Far side, Devils trying to get after it. Off the ball goes square, and it's going to be picked up by Notre Dame. Notre Dame having it their way in the attacking end. 6 minutes into this first overtime. Notre Dame on the attack again. Comes loose at the top. Reese, he's turned around at the last second, and Gerst slides down using his body to shield that loose ball and is able to snare it in.
Yeah, another good effort there from Aubrey Reese. His left foot trying to cut it back to his right, which is his you know, favorite foot to have it on. But probably if he had it to do all over again, maybe would have shot that quicker with his left foot. But another good chance there for the Raiders.
Throw in coming up for the Blue Devils, midfield. Raiders, 4 men back on that back line. Hosher, the intended target on the throw in. He can't hold it. Back to the middle of the field for Watson. Watson taking it right to left as he looks for help. Up the middle of the field, pokes it to Sohn. Sohn hasn't been as active here in the extra time. Now long shot, he rolls that along the carpet, and Sohn upset with himself that he didn't get much on it as he tried to just poke free for a moment.
Yeah, good idea there. Just you know, didn't get what he needed or wanted on it, and you can see a little frustration there from Sohn.
Aubrey Reese going after that high pop-up, middle of the field, tracking back the Devils. Now we're going to have a foul whistled against Notre Dame, and it'll be restarted for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, Quincy not very happy there, you know, but now they're back in action, getting us a quick restart.
Noakes on the right wing, turns around, looks into the corner. Blue Devils focus opportunity with Wingirter. Stokes looking to reset the field. He swings to the far side, and the back comes up to support him. They're going to have a ton of room on the far side, but instead jamming down this tight right side, and it's loose along the line. Bodies working together on the near side as Mero is really banging it up front with Mac Little, excuse me. Now it comes loose center of the field. Notre Dame on the counterattack. Mero knocks it down. Reese gets this one up front. It's Little running there. Little takes it to the outside. Notre Dame trying to slot it back. Left foot shot, sweeping it high. Reese is on the back post, and a great save by Gerst under pressure. Best attack in this extra period just happened off the feet of Notre Dame, and now a card given to Reese because he made contact with the keeper after the keeper had possession of the ball. So Aubrey Reese is going to get a card here at the 88th minute for contact with the keeper.
Yeah, Cole Hayes there got a great ball there, and good cut, hit the shot, just hit it high. And we talked about that a little earlier, especially on a tall goalkeeper. You want to hit that ball low and maybe even get a rebound, and then Aubrey Reese would have been there. And then after the play, Aubrey kind of clipped Gertz. He fell down, and Aubrey now got a yellow card. So I guess 23 more to go for Notre Dame and 24 for Quincy High.
I'd love to know how many each team came into this match with, because you know it wasn't zero.
I'd like to know that, and then I'd also like to know, I guess how many they had in the previous years to see if that's even a number that they come close to every year. I have no idea. So
yeah, there isn't a public record kept of that statistic at the high school level.
Be interesting how IHSA, I guess, would come up with that number.
Yeah.
Okay. Just like,
is it a realistic number, or is it their idea of a team that plays fair? That would be an interesting conversation.
Do they draw it out of a straw?
Devils on the attack. Wingirter looking dangerous, and that's cleared away at the very last second by the centerman Riggs for Notre Dame. Notre Dame has looked great on the attack, most notably that last one. They had 3 lanes filled, and they were dangerous from all angles.
Yeah, they hooked 4 or 5 passes, got that kind of switched the point of attack there, and got a good chance on goal.
We are right here at the end of this first overtime period. Far side throw in, nodded on, easy save for Klein as it bounces right to his chest. Klein marshals the troops downfield. The official looks at his watch. When he blows his whistle, we'll have one more 10-minute golden goal overtime. Raiders back, not taking anything for granted. Up the far side, they have this with Hayes. Long shot, and Gerst reads it well. Stayed on his line, which is where he needed to be for that high curling shot, and he makes another save.
Yeah, another good effort there from Cole Hayes playing up top, and that's what you got to do when it's a golden goal or sudden death. You got to take opportunities, take chances, take risk, especially as an offensive player. And Cole's done that his last 2 trips down the field.
Now we must be getting close, and it is going to be a throw-in. The centerman is waving on.
Yeah, they've got a sub here. They're bringing Aubrey back on because they took him off for his yellow card.
He'll come on and take his position up top. Raiders going with the throw-in from Valkamp. Valkamp on the near side wing. Raiders moving right to left across the field here in the first period of extra time. Out of bounds on the touchline near side. Stay with the Raiders on the throw-in. Raiders middle of the field. Reese takes it to his right foot. Rolls in off the back door. Dangerous for Notre Dame is Little, and another save by Gerst. Gerst has been the best Blue Devil here in overtime. And there is the whistle to end this first overtime period. We'll have one more 10-minute overtime. We're scoreless after 90 minutes between the Blue Devils and the Raiders. You're listening to the first leg of the crosstown rivalry between Quincy Notre Dame and Quincy High on WTAD.
Around here, people matter, and relationships are built on trust. That's the way it is at Town & Country Bank. Real people who like things simple, honest, and done right. And our roots are right here, so we're truly local. If you already do business with us, then you know how good banking can be. And if you're not, well, maybe you should. Town & Country Bank. You'll like how we do business.
part of the HNB Bank family.
You've just been informed by a friend of the broadcast, Matt Shuckman, that the Blue Devils came in with 2 yellow cards in their first 6 games so far this season, and they have picked up 1 here tonight, so that's 3 on the season. Research ongoing for Notre Dame's status. 10 more minutes. Win, lose, or draw. Not my favorite television game. Most apropos in this moments between the Blue Devils and the Raiders. Sean Seacrease along with Mark Thomas. Mark, you forgot to remind me to start the stopwatch, so we're 30 seconds behind.
Yeah, we're all over it.
This is a game that I think if either team loses, you're not going to feel horrible about, and based on the level of play and the opportunities and the skills we've seen, I don't think anybody would feel bad with a draw. Now an injury for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, it's been pretty evenly matched. Notre Dame, I think, definitely had the better chances there in that first overtime.
Hosher cutting to the middle of the field. He pokes it on the toe, gets it over to Roth. Roth sends it on net, and another save by Klein. So the Blue Devils trying to look dangerous here in this second overtime. Now 5 shots on goal in the game for the Blue Devils to 4 in my book for Notre Dame. Those are shots that have had to be saved as they were on frame for either team. Far side sideline. The Raiders now moving left to right in this final period. The Blue Devils right to left. The wind has all but ceased. And we are looking at the final moments of this match here this evening at 10th and Jackson. Hosher on the end of it, spills it forward to the far side for Wingirter. Wingirter knocks it down. Wingirter has it on the right foot. He regroups, 1-on-4. Support is coming for him. Now he stops and gamely pulls up. Looks for help across the middle. Tries to find the trailer and Roth. Comes to the near side, picked up now by the Raiders. Boy, Wingirter, he made that break on the ball, but just no support came with it.
No, he made a good run there and then held it up, but then his pass to his teammate went to Notre Dame.
Middle of the field, far side, shot curling off the foot of Noakes, but he can't get it to bend enough to press the back post.
Quincy High's kind of picked up the pace here in the first couple minutes of this overtime after Notre Dame, I think, dominated the first overtime.
Stars and Stripes starting to wave again as the intermittent wind picks up. Knocked away by the Blue Devils. Blue Devils loose ball. Blue Devils coming in on the backside. Devils are going to have an opportunity, but sliding out to take it away is Klein. Well, Klein has learned to be aggressive here tonight when coming off of his line.
Yeah, he came off very well there and pounced on that free ball and came out sliding inside.
Klein boots it away right to the middle of the field. Ball is loose, picked up by the Blue Devils, and Devils have another man down, and that is Roth, who's already had the right hamstring taped up, favoring it again after that heavy contact. Riley Roth, middle of the field, cut down from behind, and we're going to have a booking right now. And this is going to be Dylan Peters.
Going to be Cooper Reese.
No, it's
there.
going to be Cooper Reese, 17.
Cooper Reese.
Yeah, Peters wears the 12. Reese the 17.
I think what made it, he did get him for sure, but
Yeah.
I think what made it look worse was, Riley has a bad hamstring, and then he just kind of tweaked his ankle there, and then he got the ball and he accelerated, and Cooper lunged in and caught him, and I think it looked worse than it was, but referee deems it a yellow card, and that'll be Game's third of the game, and we only got 22 left.
Hudson over the top of it for the Blue Devils. Coming up immediately following the end of this one, we'll have Thursday night football. It is Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Baltimore up in the second quarter. That one 10-0 at last jump. On the far side, touch back to the middle for the Blue Devils. Devils trying to get it middle for the late attacker Sohn, who had come up and joined him from the midfield. Now the Devils, possession again. Shove it to the middle of the field, over the top. Hosher tracking back and knocking it away. Hosher almost there on the end of that one.
Yeah, he had a good chance there, and if he could have chested that ball down and turned and hit it, he just couldn't corral it.
On the near side, Devils going to have the deep throw in. We're 5 minutes to go in golden goal play. The final 5 minutes of the match, we're tied 0-0. Short side post, flick on, can't get there. That's going to be back to the near side. Another throw in coming up for the Devils. Oh, they're going to call this one a corner now. They're resetting deeper on the back post. Comes in on the curl, short side, free at the top of the box. Sohn tries to line up the half volley, and he's run right through and down on the play. One of the Raiders on the far side sideline. I can't see if it was Riggs who took that hit, and now we'll have a yellow card to Sohn for a dangerous play.
Yep, so that's the fifth of the game, and I mean we kind of talked about this with the new IHSA rule. Will referees and players make adjustments? And I mean, that was a bad tackle, but to me, there's nothing terrible as far as he didn't mean to do it type of thing, and just a little uncontrolled. But gets a yellow card, and Quincy High now has 2.
And we're under 4 minutes to go now in this match. Some time will be added on for the booking, but time is getting short.
Yeah.
Raiders to the near side.
And what's interesting is most high school games you don't play overtime. So
right.
And they've gotten 2 or 3 yellow cards in overtime. So for
Middle
most
of the
high
field.
school teams, this game's over.
Chop down, reaching in that time, and the Raiders will have a restart on those slick moves coming off the near side as Murphy had himself an opportunity to get forward, and then Riggs took over. And Murphy, he wanted a yellow for what he thought was getting chopped out.
Yeah, it's definitely gotten a little more feisty here the last couple minutes.
Over the top of it is Reese. He's going to serve it from the near side. Back post. It's up high. Header on, and Gerst tips it over the line. Great job to stay on his line by Gerst. Get up and tip it right over the crossbar.
Yeah, made that save look easy. He's tall and just wasn't sure how it'd come off the crossbar, so he just tapped it over the crossbar, and Notre Dame with another corner kick here. Be careful with Aubrey Reese here.
He does a great job of serving
in the
those
air.
long balls.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Cooper's swinging that in.
Yeah. Far side corner, right into the field. Wind is blowing from right to left, so it's going to keep this one from really hooking in. Backside post, header, can't get it on net, and the Blue Devils knock it away. Now 3 minutes to go. Devils knock it down. Had a chance to go the other way, but the Raiders defense so disciplined, they get back. Raiders far side of the field. Step over. Want to come near side. Little on the end of it. Now the Blue Devils trying to get there, and the Raiders have a man down at the 6-yard line. He's going to stop this one as soon as he sees it.
Yeah, Riley Roth kicking the ball out of bounds there.
Yeah.
Good sportsmanship, and looks like maybe another cramp in the calf of, I don't know if it's Peters, I think. So he's had some cramping issues earlier, and once again, and Notre Dame will throw this ball back to Quincy High and give them possession, and that's good sportsmanship from both teams.
Devils going to get the ball back on the near side. once this throw-in is put in by the Raiders. You see this in soccer at all levels, this kind of sportsmanship.
Yeah. Cole would have liked to get that
One
ball.
of the Raiders, Hayes, forgot what was going on.
Yeah. He just came off the bench,
yeah,
that's why.
And he thought he was getting that, and then he waved it off. He got waved off. So the ball onto the feet of the Devils. They take it into the attacking third. Raiders headed out far side sideline. Raiders trying to pick up possession here. Just about 2.5 minutes left in the second golden goal overtime. We are scoreless after 97 minutes of play. Sean Seacrease, Mark Thomas with you in the booth here, the revamped booth at 10th and Jackson. Boy, the transformation seen all over this facility here, and it is spectacular.
Yeah, it is nice. They've done an excellent job.
Middle of the field now, Raiders have it. Raiders looking to go forward in these final 2 minutes. Great job of standing up the defense. Merrow there to lead it away. Now a counterattack for the Devils. Devils want to come near side. Raiders get back to it with the exceptional speed of this Raider back line. Now to Gray off the bench. Has it on his feet. Wants to move it inside. Hayes pushed from behind, and we're going to have a restart here for the Blue Devils. Hayes didn't like it, and he got to shove it back. That's all. They always catch the second guy.
Yep, Roth came over, didn't like it, a little pushing here and there. So that's what a rivalry is.
Restart as Watson's over the ball for the Blue Devils. Watson lowers the arm, lowers the boom. Oh, this one tails on him. Not where he wanted that ball to swerve into. Now loose in the box. Poked by the Devils. Big time lunging save that time by Clyde. Oh, that was a broken play that almost turned into gold for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, Miro got a ball that came over the top, hit it, and then Klein on the save there, and just pushed it wide, and Quincy High with a late corner kick.
Late corner, left end of the field, far side corner. This one coming from where the scoreboard will be, hopefully, by next week. Top of the box, headed out by Notre Dame, and this will be another corner for the Blue Devils. I'm sure all the Raider fans would love to have that board up for the football game tomorrow night, but we'll see if they can get it done. Another swinging liner, and this one is headed into the back of the net in the 99th minute. The Raiders into the back of the net. Did Winggerter get up and get that? He was Johnny on the spot. There was a scrum out front. What we know, the Blue Devils have put it in the back of the net, and they win it here in the 99th minute on the road at 10th and Jackson off the second try on the cross from the corner. The Devils take it 1-0 in 99 minutes. They're now 6-0-1. Notre Dame falls to 5-3.
I think it might have been Chris Clay and got up on that head ball. So
Winggerter was there, and Clay was there as well. Clay had been doing kind of the underpinning work all night, just behind the front-running front-running Winggerter and Hunter Hosher. And so if he gets the touch tonight, that is hard work, well rewarded here at the end. So congratulations to the Blue Devils. Unofficially, it goes to Clay in the 99th minute. They win it over Notre Dame here tonight at the last possible moment of the second golden goal overtime.
Yeah, I think it might have been Noakes, actually, that got up on that, so rather than Clay.
We'll let him sort it out,
Yep.
try and get an official word to you before we sign it off. A short post-game show is next before we take you out to Thursday Night Football. In the 99th minute, the Devils win it over the Raiders on Talk Radio 930 WTAD.
It's coming to Quincy, and it's a game changer. Fiber is the fastest technology available, and Adams is bringing fiber to the home. Nothing else compares to fiber, and Adams will be connecting Quincy neighborhoods to this lightning-fast internet and telephone service with no gimmick pricing and local service. Find out how your neighborhood can become a fiberhood. Just take the quick survey at followthefiber.net. Adams, the better and now faster way to connect.
AD, Sean Seacrease, Mark Thomas with you. That goal has officially been credited to Braden Noakes of the Blue Devils in the 99th minute. Devils win this one 1-0. They improve to 6-0-1. Raiders fall to 5-3 on the season. These two teams will get together again coming up on October 9th at Fling Stadium. We'll have it for you. 6:30 the kickoff here on Talk Radio 930 WTAD. Mark, your final thoughts seeing these guys come out and play hard for 99 minutes?
Yeah, good game. Could have went either way. I think Notre Dame, had more chances in the first overtime. Quincy, I picked it up a little bit in the second overtime. Got that second corner kick, and Noakes went up well. Hammered that home with his head, and Devils win 1-0.
Thanks to the crew from QuincyJournal.com and QJTV for coming out to stream the game live tonight. They'll do it again when we get back together for the Crosstown Rivalry coming up October 8th at Fling Stadium. For my partner, Mark Thomas, for Bruce Terstegen taking care of us back in the studio, the Blue Devils beat the Raiders on the corner kick header by Braden Noakes in the 99th minute to win it 1-0. Until October, good night from 10th and Jackson. We'll take you now to tonight's Thursday night NFL game in Baltimore, where the Ravens lead the Steelers 10-3